si eko enti na nadwi adokita fo mienu na wo fie ha na lawyer ni ba kon ababeka omo ho enti be bia mra wo no na ye bisa se papa lawyer yi asemasi ya okogina soja ni animu a soja ni pim no bo a ono so soja ni mu no ye de kokota pututu de bebe mu ana na wode ho nsama breye na fe amanyosem abemfo nso akanso no de ho no mo de aboa yenim so Dr. Benjamin o kire ankra e wa hadada ono baba che papa na me de me ba ye nchenti no me ma na akwaba do ka akwaba na bo ba ma akwaba mu yo ande me jo so na fe sa Dr. Eric Boachi Adom wono so e kira de o UPSC wono so e wufia na keskase mu so awaben pa wono so e wufia nti wo so ba ma akwaba ya eja na Justice Abdullahi onu ye lawyer ni onu na me be ma na kwaba esanse onu betu mu bi fie lawyer kwaba
no credit cause me ma kwaba de na so me nya na ba it is nya na ba ya
ana ye ma ye ho kwaba
ni o kan sa mo banka be ya
you mate me da se papa I'm say lawyer mam say for say sense anya hwekra doctor no makasa kasa bia cheche ne memu ama ya bedu bia ye dure wo so abato no chance e bepem sa bre no be pese ahwe de bi voter turnout say ni pado de kokoto aba no wo hwe a na eto sen so far wo ma to aba no say about so ko ye ne the whole exercise no bepem sa bre no in your opinion no sana na hwe kwan say be ba na say no expectation I say be abro expectation
that's be no crane about to the can say free turn out now hard been kakra even yenya the entire results and near say ya bobo so man kopem me hu me etima kenken hu say bia nipa dodo na ato ya na so man to nemu kakra ba be daddy no em say sema jema sa wodwene hu ya na nka ya kwese nipa dodo na no anto abafi na ebasa emane ha kakra isanse no kwese nipa de bi eyare bi etu kwan se bi kwa ni ba bia nkomoto maba nti bibi nti no obi kura so otifie mpokura bat bibi nti ontimi nya ho nkoto na ba ni nyina esisi nti abato de nya no kweda se obetimanya obia manato aba nanso se me hwani aka na nka yese yenyina ye kai ehunu se se yakasa abato a enya sabio se ode okokromoti bekwa kotim ama obi amna be MP ana o mampani keke ntini ye eye abrea yenyina o man ni nyina no ede asi wo se enyema mienu titru mpanifo ede o man ne hye o munsa mfie na atwam no yese ye bu o mu aten musa adwumadi ede hye o munsa no o mo ye no kwan paso ana so manya no kwan paso okay sabio nyemo mo ka se o mbetimi aye no o mbetimi aye ana o mantimi babi o mbefa o man ni free ne babi o mdi akwa koduro no nti se wo hwe wasetene ma eye ana se enye eye broni kasem no ye fe no accountability a period of accountability sabio se also they call enka osummu a nyamesemu anka be friends say judgment day ema o mai de o mai ne shomunsa se obia mebu no ho akonta ni enhwe tumi e de man se nka o mo o mai no mane o mai no nko nanim no otumi e sa tumi no aye nie na ese na efata me nyina enti abato ho nsunsu so pa di kan titru pa a enti me eto oba no ene sa asema making we ye no free ho a ye koto aba na se kase koto aba enye atemnidie ne yedi wo na emum ye kai wo se sebio woto na yampasa wa na ye odwuma yampasa sebio wo na abre no wonya bi edi na wonya bi so ma wo ne o ma na sebio wabusua nanso se kase koto aba na se wa anwene ho no ankoto sebio so beto ma ni papa po beto ma ni papa boni ni o so beto ma de oda so tiso so beto ma ni papa fro ni nyina no de se kai hu ni se eye abra wankasa no sebio wo ko bopo bi se wo daachen ene o madaachen sebio na nanom daachen sebio obusu nyina daachen sanipa wo ko ma ne tumi no sa daachen no sena sanipa no obebo mo bra mana akofa akowie mu sen esan se enipa ba kope na akoto abama no nanso sanipa no obetimi asɛ wo sika nka wape nyina se obra wa bre nyina sanipa no obetimi ma nyina ya nkwase adwuma enti se wa anwene ho na wa dwenya wo se party we dey oba omo ame na we dey kra dey no hemahin na we kra dey no ho fedodo na we kra dey mene na esom na we dey ofimi krom na sa wo dey no koto aba na ya koye se adwene anyankopon de ma no wa mfa anya adwuma yi
ba ya bibre mu ha ene ye mamu ha de se de ye system sitie no sa na tie unlike abrochire a for instance US about obutu na say ye Donald Trump no be afu say de anya de obewini but ne semba ku menu mi se bi o kan no nkofo tena se din no mtoto se brand Donald Trump wo no na business na ekosai wo free wo no businesses ekosai owo hono na niema ye ne amaya ho don tem na te sei owo hono na akon ahodo ekoso e wiase a America de wo ho gimu ne na te sei enti no omu vote ye based on issues ye die mu no sa na te do we vote based on issues and I said oh we me ya wo mitumu me free ha me ya hani nti we are sane ye to yaba
ene kwani se o se o hwe abato mu abakwase mu ne empensempense mu a beye ne kroma ne se ampa yen hanom no ye kroma de enya Ghana nkwa maka se kroma ebi mamu de se ye to aba dynamics ne completely different from se bi the abrofo isan say ye bibia enya pe enyema ema yen to aba o hanom no enye nema abrofo to maba se bi okobro ni kroma ye nto aba because broni akọ wabesi hospital ana waye kwan ana mpo bia wabesi school dan ana wabra kania se bi broni bia ni akọ aba is because ya bread party t-shirt ana ya come na 50 Ghana so metna basim ebi sa ne mani bi ni honom isan se baby omo no akekere mo man na akwaduru no sa ne mani nyina no se bi akọ se nkrasem e wo ho isan so matra ho da em se dam jama se ye hwe no nipa awomu a na nke da omo no ye wo no e no mu ye sa ne mani ti omo baby omo duru no omo dwene enema di nipa konkan enye se bi odi tutu bibidie na we ni adwuma ne sa ne mani nyina no omatima aboabo amabobra na kodu be pempemi se sa ne mani nyina no omatima solve sa ne mano nti so ko abrochira se so ko hwe omabako semu ne omamanyo semu a na eya kwese se campaign no dodo na no ebi wa pension dodo na pension se pension se bio healthcare policies so obeko hospital obeko ayaresa na se obetua na untua na se kwankra befa so obetua sa niema no ene se bio omone ekura omone omobo hye no omontam ne se bio se de na okenya se nkatram ba ya ebia nka wone Russia for entem to sen wone ebia Ukraine for entem to sen eniema sa no mo hwe esan se bio eska for problems no nya bi ne ehia for problems uba ye krom ha ye problem ne different kakra sa ne ma mebebo wo so nyina no ye hanom se ye nimu bia enti ye hanom no ba ye pe kwankra be fa so ase bi se me yare se sia hospital no kra bi ni mi krom na makọ hobi enti e na me hwehwe so betima be si hospital ma me dia eni bia meto ama e ya mpa so obi so beto aba no esan se e bia wonu bi e contest obi so e to aba no because e bia ye se ne party ne reni a party okoto ama na so reni a ebia na ofa bibenya post obi so to awo to nyina se be ya china se ye kase ye body chrome ni bi din a onso betima kase o me o ye chrome se bi of esmasi ne ba ne na council bi a o kon question ade se won so wa be DC wa be MC ana o be pinti ye hanum no se ye hwe kwan kwa fa so to aba e ye nyema bebre ne ka bom e na manipa e to aba nenso de make question se sa nyema ni nyina no menka se nye se wo to aba because you be contest here eye wo to because e bi a china ho na so benya de obedi afiri a eye na se wo so hwe pa na de beboa ama wa to aba pa ana emre bi etwa president Kofo Asemi oka na me de pa me se me remfida wo se so person to aba na so to aba yi a ni tiawa hwe wasetenam
ahwana na kamede ba no
hwe wasetenam
ahwana na kamede ba ne se wo hwe se de mampenda da je Kofo kan asasem na waka wasem se wo na wo no kokrobuti kwa to aba no hwe wasetenam se ebra we maaye no na masetenam te sei
thank you
we baaye no masetenam te sei oka be mfie dodo sei ni be mfie be edu na
me fa 16 years ni
mfie be ko be mfie du na ko fie du
because ya to aba enwotwe
eti ya ti ase wo hwe a ya ti ase say me say me be hwe masese me na be dey ato aba and now say because say that belongs to this political party if you region way because a politician between be na no can say say ya dey akukọ kura ko gina ho a ye beto ama no me say na wo to aba na kasa no doc me say who be say are we growing say you care about to dey say gina so dey to aba ye nyini so man for na so oman
anti results on the behwe for example ocean voter partner your co-voter regional voting partner wo honom da no eno na eko Oka Asante region soro kakra NDC vote in Asante region soro kakra but voter region traditional voting no yete oti free money there no kra there amana ye enti generally no enhye dance sign bebre na so hwe pose no bebre a na so mo cast die na nipa timamofo no gina so to aba bebre no because a family party and I say abusuan for yi dey NPP for abusuan we na NDC for enti enyo party we na ye dey ya dom na say obehwe abrabom ato abasa dey no it is relative. Oh say me I keep saying say you are the best economist of your life. Yeah. Like nobody should come and tell you whether your life is better or worse. And to the show sitting but so be choose between two political parties, NPP and NDC you must compare their track records. So NDC by ye first kasam to ya send city NPP e so by and ye fa as denu so a send city and this who choose one of them are compare their records and just automatically no say be a NDC bar Wabrabo will change all of a sudden and as a maintain NPP your life will change all of a sudden. Things won't change all of a sudden. Enti what's a bomb modern so wouldn't party me no ya ba ko betimi abedi oman anim kan odo mo ahon den anasa omo ni mama ode gunson ye ni na wutumi ewe wo mo na no na e bia muslim subjectivity wo and to bet na say NPP by my brother enko nanim enti ma system so your hope for the NDC coming to better your life and now is so high say see 2016 no e be dem say obi na do ba say bia besesa all of a sudden but it's not like that and it put pressure on even politicians. It put pressure on the government. And the 4 years in Indruno, now so or Shena Brabona, now person me do ha me no hanomo, and when ya the Ebiana expectation was too high than what they can deliver. But I don't also blame voters. Wo ba no abehye aho abehye yam boss what the abrochire bag Ghana ama ya brabo ya fefefe and so what raise your expectation there na you expect say wo ba enema wa hye yam bo wo ba beye b yam pese obeba na afero beka say na so o man no eni sika o man no eni say now you are finding windows not to do the things you are supposed to do and na ya na temamofo as omadi politicians who ya kakra enti eniema nipa gina so de to abane de send na lawyer kan no eniema bebre and you can't place a finger on it watchna obeka say see the number former you are number 1 see the number formers and the one me say and say human needs are insatiable and they say you do we are you perform ready you we are you perform and because human needs are insatiable and politicians make us believe say they have some magical powers. I bet to me added done in Niema. My name is a political platform, so I know soon bio. To me, well, now shell back something which is not even realistic. And I think the election, I keep saying it's not a good time to be a politician.
Dr. Actually, young share, look. Yabeko eni bone akwohwe analysis bi but man hwe bibi okwe social media ese ka me ese minimum ame na madwene ye me saa bia na ebi nso adwene fra ese ko fa adwene mu bie and nipa na wo mo kasa saa no so no sabe eni nipa betu akasa wo ma ko school edu akire bi saa obi otumi kasa mami bi de o se mami ba ko to aba o de microphone kire no o se meme ko to aba na obi papa me pedwo mo obi papa ma ne nye na me ne me ma ekom ne ye 4 years ago me to aba no ene ma bro wo nya saa na tie ene o de bufu twam ko ye mami ba ko bi nso no so no te wa nkrofa ko ne kyesa ma ante wo de bomoden na ko to aba o se me ko to da munko to mfie na etwa me na me ne me ma ne nyina ko ye na fie me konkoto fam pedwuma ti ono so asema kan me pedwuma ma obi papa ne ma me nye na me ne me ma ye nkyere komana does that mean say Ghana for adwene ba so ma ye hunu say nipa na ehye ye bo am ka so be ye bibia ma ye no o mo nye enti sa me ma odwuma na sa wo so de so ye de bo ma onya ma me dia na adwuma no manya ma wo kra eno ya sesa ye abato enhyehyɛ ya na sa be sesa no kyene bi ana sa ahya sesa
multifaceted answer na obi ebe shebo no there's always an expectation nti ye baby so asa oba de na nti se wo waye wadwuma bi nkobodi de mum only a few not up to 20 of them a o ye na dwuma etumu se we de o disika obetumi ato no botuma ye ka kwen enso opa konya nti okokan se ma kese nti wo ba na ebisa se ne aka so be ne we e ho na wo be hu se sa ade no enyemre sa sikani hwe MP a wo opposition MP a we member of parliament now party wo opposition one mobosi obi a want to me anko parliament because uti anye ye no want to me an lobby yi a onya hwe mfa ma wo nya wo ka kire o mama ne se ye ni aban mu nti da bi ye be ka nya wo kan it any on the part of ni ono all pe akonya no ne nsem kan
okay
ena nia one kasa so expect wo say now so be say o ye MP oba we be ya na ye ne ye ka kire o ye oni o ka ena ye so ne our expectations from them is so high and sometimes we wonder MP obesika obeye ka kwen obesi school may we sika no go fa we MP the salary the last time I checked is 17,000 18,000 now obi to me ba MP hwe Okoboy Dr. Okoboy
yes
so omwa na in the party na wa bam na omonye lejokuku kwan no na okolobi ya omustati ya wonu ba bia ene eto abati ya no ansa na ye to abati ya no nkofo se muka se omonhwe mi nye kwan na omaye obi se ya nye kwan ni ye kwan de da wo so pe kwan no ye kwan wo se ye kwan no ya nye wo kwan na ni ye faso de da nti sa nipa no there's nothing you can do that to please them me kai pa say COVID time one premier ni homo ono as an individual na or deputy health minister na ko ono be dey say bumra no so nti enema ni bi o ha doso ba ye nyanti ye ho ase say susu ampa obiara ni nia ye ball no so o meye obiara no so nia ono me o ka se me nkogina MP a ebi ameka se me nko right nti ni ono pese okono just even the decision to go must be commended no biara no betumi nti ono ne kwan a offer so de say me ba be somni me nua no ma tie president ele nyina ye maka na yizu nti yanso ni ye pese ye no nti se kire ebia bibi nti ye se ye tua book and research allowance abeka sa de na ba ets ka no aduma bia ne ho siseye police ni yes o bibi betumi atono ma wa twele nkwa je man risk allowance and also be ya you can't do that. You can't compare. Into profession bia me I don't understand why somebody should complain say minister you should V8. Sabi minister go use abobo ya. No, edmo bia ni won say it is a member of parliament no fi bimbila we betu esu salon ka de fi yakọ bimbila we. It is adwuma na oye no e ho sen no. So we don't complain but say me ko to aba ma obi adwuma yes o de ni so beto aba and na won so obi so koton ade wodwom ya gigi scan na de betua medical doctor ka na medical doctor no scan no otua bi na edutua na nti we are playing different roles in an economy nti say ye kan no say me ko pa adwuma mo bi papa de enye ne kan no na mmum ye nhwe se okwa member of parliament yenye tin ye no di ase ye say omo emra se bedwafo no bia contra parliament na 4 years ya antene da okay so parliamentary work is not only on the floor on committee ha me committees ni bi asia me ni omo hia na ye discuss with me kan so obe hu bebi efi na obi betra wanka so say mo na mo ye teacher fo na mo be kam ye no kra mo nya ni ye sore nko wanka hu ni ye sore ye o ti ase enti emra hihye mu no what has been your contribution oba no what you don't have ba ye adwuma eno ti obi o ha enye ne constituencies go why people say no osumasi avoka oso onko bio da bi mu mane nko bio change sabozu why would somebody like Beko your friend say Joe Wise why would somebody like that decide say onko bio if you say you no mo ye ntina as a country o man nyina na ye ka say osumasi de omo ha omo bo o man no in the enactment of laws omo ya de ombo mo how about others eti adwuma na ye de hye ne nsa no ye yankasa na ye de hye omsa ye ti ase si enti ase de a then akaye kakra yemu ye ti ase se ne de ne se onko ye adwuma wo parliament no hwe se obe lobby nyama kakra bi obe na lobby ne se ye okosere wo na okosere ne dipara fa ma obe de ntumi nya hwe o mo ne se na ma wa ho ode wo fom kakra ne mo wo yiro ho ye adwuma bedu ba bi say some of the MPs adwuma mo ye nti na ma ye ti omukro mu din yo nanka some of the areas no enya dia anka sebi ka popular sa but nipa no gina ho no ye hwe na ne ye kai say osumo si de o ma sa area we di akosoro apagya eno kura dachi bi wo investors o ma ti di ni da nti o ye nko ne enzo betumi aye wo donor agencies ni ade no o mo hwe o hwe se ne o ye ne niema ye nko boa no okoso okosere mu a obenya bi nti one yankasa no yemududo na yenti MP nankasa the role also play in the economy yenti ase and omo ankasa so sebi ekohye ebohunu a omo ntumi nni so eno so ye one na okoye MP na wo position me say what's my mogbo enti ye as a people no yen hwe ni ye say yen kotwa sabi a emmoa say me koto aba wo de ense woto aba ampa no bi akwakoye member of parliament na obi susu oba member of parliament ono so be ye adwuma am ya approve budget na e bia wo so be bia ye adwuma na de kakra ba ho yes obi an dey go play let's not compare na we TV mu na we salary na we yasesa sabio me bi so nti so bia be member of parliament no nam na the charges to atia nti be ofe ya bi etire bia na kwanya ye fa so ye judge no may be wrong. Let's look at what they are required to do. Say me ye teacher ni na me call classroom 3 hours no because she to link 1-2 hours I make radio no nti ye hwe obi an ni a ese so ye no nti you must earn your salary, you must earn it. Yes say sabio wo so me so an dey to account no so ampa wa wo gidi say wa ye adwuma enu ti ese etu awka. That's how we should judge them.
Yeah, baby say the padro say na what's conscience no krampo be ka say adwuma do say na my na we dey any man say about so no wo ka say adwuma dey na shase no ya ka say tututu bi akoso ewo nyankpala ama abrantia ba ko bi afoma hwe kwa ama obi so president
I didn't want to hear
na
this.
nukuri ni wo hwe video na yetumi ni na mobo pa na manaba police for the aba enie wo mo che say enne anopa yi awie ebeto dwa say nipa bi ekobọ nkrofo bi tuo nkrofo nko na yesa o motete share bi ase ene ebu mu tuo maba ko ewuye na police for achi nipa 9 a wo so sesa ewudi sem no wo mu ena ehye akire na sa nipa 9 yi edia police for de emaye eno ye Majid Isa Fodi Isiage Kamara ena fe Yakubu Smalia ena fe Alhaji Bashiru Muhammad no mo chese say nipa na ya ya chi omu no o mo susu sese wudi sam na ekoso ewo nyankpala no wo mo enim hu bia sese ka say o mo se police for ekukum o mo se dia wo hwere ne nkwa no wo no ye de na akokoto mukurabe ya eye mo kire na de wepra no so the hospital wo mo ehwe mu police for ayi asem no mo hwehwe mu de ti no se enawie ye report se nyankpe ya boni pa bitu am nipa ba ko bia for ma hwere nkom bi so pre ba ko se na ne sa we se ya tie fi so kra ya chi nipa 9 asa nipa 9 no wo mo na wo mo foni kra e wo ha mama producer no de ato later na yetumi ahwese na ndama esitia ntina eno no ye baba tutu e koso sanse nya ne tie se ati Goma East also tutu akoso ma nipa mienu akro mo nkwa eye kaso ha ye na bottom ha ye
kaso
nipa mienu
kaso de nya mo
Otu East
election related
asma na woken
yes
Mr. Lawyer, if I'm wrong, he should correct me. Look at the swiftness I decided tama yenya wanchi kakra of parliament. Nti omo kobotu yi. Ka se Sunday kura bet nya tena so na nka acha next week ni ejeli wom. Ese so obi nyesuan hu de film. Na the law one grind slowly.
Okay. Me Jawano, I'm saying and say the press conference upon press conference. And Chebia and MPP about press conference. Yati say this for so yebi. Mumi
Constituency coalition centers as designated by the Electoral Commission. We're very happy with the response we are getting from our rank and file across the 276 constituencies of Ghana. Clearly, our brothers in the MPP are not enthused by this announcement that we made. They say we want to cause confusion, and that is why we are calling on citizens of Ghana who have a stake in our electoral process to go and monitor. They say by calling on the citizens to go to various constituency coalition centers, we are trying to foment trouble and confusion. Ladies and gentlemen, if they have nothing to hide, they should have no qualms about citizens of Ghana who have duly cast their votes going to the constituency coalition centers to observe the coalition process and what is happening around these coalition centers from the legally, permitted positions. We all know that when it comes to constituency collation of resource, it is provided for in law. That exercise is not an exercise in secrecy. That exercise is supposed to be a public exercise. It is just like the sorting out of ballot papers, which is done at the polling station level at the close of polls, the counting of those ballot papers and the declaration of the results. Even though there are polling agents certified by the EC representing various political parties present, the general public is allowed to observe that process from at least 100 meters from where the real exercise is happening. So if you are a member of the general public, a citizen of Ghana, you can go and observe the sorting out of ballot papers, the counting, and the declaration at the polling station. Why is it that at the polling station level we don't say that because agents of political parties are already there, then everybody should go home? That is the paucity of the logic the MPP is urging on us, and it is very sad that the Electoral Commission seem to be re-echoing this contrived and baseless narrative of the New Patriotic Party. Everything about our electoral process is supposed to be public. Secrecy and opacity is what breeds rigging in every election. And so if they have nothing to hide, the MPP and the Electoral Commission have nothing to hide, then they should be happy. They should even join us in inviting members of the public to come and observe the coalition process. We are not asking our supporters to enter the coalition rooms. No, we have accredited agents who are the only ones permitted to enter those coalition rooms. We have accredited observers who can also enter and observe the process. But other members of the public are allowed to be at the center, at the right designated places. Not inside the inner perimeter or that enclosed area where the exercise is happening, but nothing stops them. There is no law in Ghana that bans citizens of Ghana from going to a collation center where results from polling stations are being collated. We have always done this since 1992. Collation has always been a public exercise. And the Jimensa Bosmanasare Samuel Tete led EC cannot change it, neither can the failed outgoing NPP government change this. We need to make that very, very clear. And so we thank all our supporters who have heeded this call, stopped all manner of jubilations, and are presently at constituency coalition centers. We will continue to call on you, appeal to you to conduct yourself peacefully, responsibly, and orderly. And please ensure that you are at least 100 meters away from the main coalition center. But you should be observing your eyes, your ears, your nose should be observing the process. You should be smelling everything going on. You should be listening to everything going on, so that if there is any issue, you can draw our attention to that for us to act. So ignore the lamentations of our friends in the NPP who have all of a sudden turned into evangelists. I heard their campaign communications director quoting 1 Kings chapter 3 and all that. Bible quotations that I'm sure he has not even read before. Today, he's an evangelist quoting Bible quotations. This is not a biblical, quotation exercise. We are dealing with a public election governed by laws. And the call we have made is in consonance with the electoral laws of this country and with the conventions and practices that we have used for elections in Ghana since 1992. The earlier they get that, the better. But as I served notice and actually cautioned our agents and supporters to be on high alert for the rigging machinations of the NPP in this critical stage, or at this critical stage of the electoral process, we have come by incontrovertible evidence that shows that the NPP has not changed. But if they have changed at all, they have changed from bad to worse. Yes. They don't think that elections are about counting hairs. They still think that election is about cutting hairs. They were one time lucky with violence and thuggery, and today they think that they can be second time lucky with thuggery and violence. But as the boys say in our Ghanaian society, they lie bad. This time around, violence will not prevail. Violence will not win the NPP this election, because there will be an appropriate resistance for what they have planned. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take you to Atwemanwa South constituency. Even as I was addressing you, and by extension, the good people of Ghana, the NPP had assigned their thugs, positioned them somewhere around Sepase. And if you know that constituency very well, polls have ended in Ebuakwa, and ballot papers were being moved to Nkawie, the capital of the district, for coalition at the Constituency Coalition Center. On their way from Ebuakwa to Nkawie, when they go to Sepase, some thugs of the NPP pounced on that vehicle. They were already holding 2 ballot boxes full of ballot papers, attempting to swap 2 ballot boxes with the ballot boxes that they were holding. But thanks to the resistance that our supporters, agents, observers mounted, and supported by the Ghana police, were able to overpower them, and they were arrested. And as I speak to you, they are in police custody, and I want to show you videos of what happened. And the media, you can check with your correspondents in the Ashanti region. These shameless, desperate people who think that this country belongs to them and will stop at nothing to hold on to power, even when they know the people of Ghana have rejected them. This is what they are up to again. They did it in 2020, they've started again. So this is the Sepase police station. There's the confrontations going on. When they arrested them, they brought them here. But let's go to the next video so that they can see the ballot box. Yeah, so that's one of the guys. Can you go to the next one? Next one. Yes, so these are the 2 ballot boxes they try to swap with authentic ballot boxes. These are the 2 ballot boxes, and the police have seized that. They have seized that, and this was as a result of the vigilance of our people and the professionalism of the Ghana Police Service, and we commend them for that. So these are the ballot boxes. It pounced on the vehicle which was transporting the ballot boxes from Abuakwa to Nkari Asepase. And they already had a ballot box with papers in it, ballot papers in it already printed. So when we tell you that these guys are up to no good, they are criminally minded. These are demented psychopaths who would do everything and anything to hold on to power, including killing, including stealing. This is what we are talking about. They make frivolous allegations without any proof. We are giving you proof. So the new evangelist, the MPP has now got an evangelist, Dennis Miracles Abuaje. We want him to hold a press conference on this and tell us whether this is true or not. Now, let's move from Atrimangwa South and come to the the central region, Awutu Senya East Constituency, where we've recorded another murder of an innocent citizen who happens to be a supporter of the National Democratic Congress. Clearly, Awutu Senya East Constituency is green. The tyrant Hawa Kumsin is a goner. And seeing that power has obviously left her, she cannot come to terms with the reality and has resorted to violence as she is known for. She's the same person who went to a polling station and actually pulled a gun and shot at innocent civilians. And today, his thugs who were brought in from the Boku area, we know them, we have intel on all of them, were directed by Hawa Kumsin to fire at an innocent, unarmed supporter of the NDC. Today, our former constituency secretary for Ayawaso, for Awutu Senya East Constituency, Tuareg is no longer with the living. He's no longer with us. Why? Because thugs of this same woman, Hawa Kumsin, beat him to pulp. And he never recovered, never got better until he died very painfully, leaving behind many children. So for how long will Hawa Kumsin continue to do this? As I speak to you, one supporter of the NDC has been murdered. He's dead. The other is in critical condition at the hospital. But that is not to say that we have lost focus. It is a very sad moment for us, a very difficult moment for us. But until Honorable Nakoyo is declared as a member of parliament elect for that constituency, we shall rest not in that constituency. And the information we have is that the coalition currently ongoing at the coalition center at ASEC is almost coming to an end. And we want to call on all our supporters, all our agents to remain extra vigilant until the process is concluded. The duly elected member of parliament for the constituency is declared by the EC. The resource form duly signed by agents, our agents get his or her copy. It is posted on the wall, and then you can go and jubilate. But until then, let's remain vigilant. So that is what they have done there. And when we have the opportunity to address you again, we will show you pictures and videos of that. But I'm sure by now your correspondents in the area have already spoken to you about this sad development. But you know, nobody goes scot-free after shedding innocent blood. The NPP doesn't understand what is happening to them today. But one of the reasons why they are losing this miserably, like their own prophet told them they will lose spot all, is because of the 8 innocent Ghanaians they murdered in 2020. The blood of those innocent Ghanaians will forever be on their head. And so will be the blood of these 2 innocent Ghanaians who have been murdered today. One in Nyankpala in the Tolong constituency. An innocent civilian who was sitting somewhere only for these MPP thugs under the instruction of their parliamentary candidate Habib to open fire on him. And if you can show that that is the injured person, show us the picture of the one who they murdered in cold blood under a bench because they were seated down. They didn't have any weapon. They killed them just like that because they had gone to the UDS campus at Nyankpala to influence and induce students to vote for Habib. Our supporters protested. It led to some heated exchanges and fisticuffs. The MPP thugs left the scene with Habib and came back there with their AK-47s and all that. They began to shoot indiscriminately to intimidate the crowd. The crowd dispersed. And on their way out, they met these NDC supporters sitting somewhere under an NDC shed. And they just opened fire on them and killed one at the spot. And here let me commend the Ghana Police Service led by IGP Dampare. IGP so far so good. It's not been smooth. We've not been happy with how some military men have been deployed and how some of them are behaving. But I think that so far the Election Security Task Force under your leadership has done its best to maintain law and order in consonance with the laws governing this process. And we entreat you to continue to do so in accordance with the Constitution that you have sworn to uphold. And I'm commending him because we understand that 4 of the criminals who committed this dastardly act have been arrested by the police. But the main culprit, who is Habib, must be arrested. And if he's not arrested today, on the 8th of January, he will be arrested. Just like our Musa. Mark that on the wall. Then, in Greater Accra, we are having serious challenges in 4 constituencies. One is Ayawaso Central, where the Interior Minister, what's his name? Henry Korte is Member of Parliament and the outgoing Member of Parliament for the area. We are having similar issue at Tema Central, Ablikuma West, especially where Aslausu is the Member of Parliament, and Ablikuma North. And the common feature of all these challenges we are having at these coalition centers is that the police, or let me not even say the police, these thugs of the MPP, because some of them may be wearing police uniforms or military uniforms, but you can't even tell today in Akufo-Addo's Ghana whether these people are truly soldiers. You can't really tell. That is how depraved the leadership of this country has become and how bastardized our state institutions have been, reduced to. And so these thugs don't want to allow members of the public to at least observe. Because at Ablikuma West, thugs of the MPP tried to engage in ballot box swapping. They threw into the coalition center 2 ballot boxes. And people saw it because they were there. And they were there because we called on them to be there. Had they not been there, the story could have been a different one. So they were there and then protested and resisted that ballot box swapping attempt by the MPP. Immediately that happened, Aslausu called her soldiers and they came there in a truck, soldiers armed to the teeth surrounding the coalition center. Well, our Deputy General Secretary is on the ground and I'm told that the soldiers have now backed off. But that is a challenge we are encountering there. Same as Ablikuma North, same as Tema Central. And we are telling our people, stand your ground. Stand your ground. Be peaceful, be responsible, be orderly, but stand your ground. You have nothing to fear because we are on the side of the law. We are on the side of the law. And they cannot kill all of us in Ghana. They can't. Now, to conclude, there is also the issue of Abuakwa North in the eastern region, where again at the coalition center the police has fired tear gas, they are spraying pepper spray just to make sure that our people are not there to observe the process. And we want to call on the IGP to address these issues that we are encountering in some of these polling stations. The entire electoral process is a public exercise from the police station level to the constituency level to the regional level to the national level. Accredited agents are the ones who are allowed to be in the coalition rooms. We all know that. But the public, the general public, is allowed to be around to observe what is happening. What is happening is not an election of a secret society. It's an election of a democratic country. People have cast their votes. What do you have to hide? And some people will say, oh, but your agents are there, allow them. 2 agents and a few observers. What about if they bandit them somewhere? Like they did at Echiman South. They attack them. They hound them out. Who will be there to defend them? And you want us, a serious political party, ready for power and in fact coming into power, to listen to your advice and tell our supporters to sleep at home and allow only 2 agents to be there observing the collation? You think we are zombies and Ayawuri and Ngosro? It will not happen today. It will not happen tomorrow. We will police this exercise to the very end, and we call on our supporters to do exactly that. Now, finally, I'll end with a joke. I heard the new evangelist the MPP has now discovered, their communications director, who is now quoting a lot of Bible quotations, saying that they have won the election. Well, I'm not here to counter that. I'm not here to say that we have won. As for who has won, by now, every Ghanaian knows. They themselves, they know. And I want to show you one person who knows, because as the evangelist was preaching and saying they have won, his brother, the communications director of the MPP, was by his side. And from the look on his face, can we see that picture? I want to show you the face of a man who says he has won an election. Look, this is Richard Anyagba, MPP communications director. So if the MPP has truly won an election, you think this is how Richard Anyagba will be looking? This will be his countenance and his facial expression. And I'm sure you saw Fatima too. Yes, so these are the people who claim they have won an election. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your patience. We thank you for your collaboration. We appreciate your presence here with us, and we want to encourage you to stick with us until we bring this process to an end. Abusuafo mebo asemna meka ene to fatietiatia. Enche ye kra ye ne mo be insemtrofo be din kita ho. Ye ne oman no teach you your supporters nyina kasa say. About one yantu nwie. Ya to akan abobo no polling station. But if na ye dru so ye constituency coalition center no eho ehia pa. Enti ye nyai anigye ne jubilation bia na ye nyina yenko kan ye agents no constituency coalition center. Yes ye ko radan na ye coalition ni wom. But ye ko gina ba bia ye betumi ehu de ekoso. Ana se empo ye hu de ekoso a ye betumi ate de ekoso. Bibi sia ye bu ye nipa bia na ye tata ye nipa bia na obi pese owie mu a ye be wa around to give them the support that they need. Ye be ka sa semi ewie no MPP for so matiko apai. Omo nti ase se ye supporters enko. Omo enkrofo omo ne omo eyesumase dwedie Electoral Commission for so say o ampa ehia se political party be ma omo enkrofo akọ coalition center. Na busuafo de ebisa ne se ummo krono wo kejetia na udu ho ne ye pai kromfu a ubedwane akoye saba no monye magense
awie ye ko ndi sama yoko no so ahye wo bra omo so mo ye press conference ni nyina efa abato ne ho samsam wodi sem bi akoso ne pe bi ekunkum omo ene ne ma hodo bi na wo kan wasamsam MPP for be press conference no omo kan sama hodo bi da ho behia so mo so mo yi ano nti omo so mo de anu yi kakra na ba nti we de to na we pagya we de to na we de pagya enti ye bekoso a wo mo kan ye so ye be yi amamahwe na se de ekobia no no tumi ehu ni nyina enti ye besan be fie bio na ya ba beto en komo hwehwe no so na ye kan bibia about press conference am na ye beba so na ya hwe se miracle be kan ye sabi be kan ye se nkofo nyina nko polling center ho coalition center na miracle so buy no so baka so nkofo nko no ni mi enu ye hunu ni se kwaku na wo ka bibia
na me ka bibi na doc ka bibi se ye nti ase adwuma omo ye ne de ba omo enkomo ya hwetwe ye hyesi na omo ka bibi se election ye process ba me gidi se nti ase na efu se omo mkwa akoto abani ni na se enipa bi kika ma miskansa ne ade no me so efu se process a the politicians and the political parties no ehye elections na se no eno na de sa anema ne ba eja me yenhwe parties start NDC MPP ye be ward elections ye be constituency na omo de aba region na aba national na ya ba presidential candidate na aba parliamentary ni ade yenhwe sikasem ni sa allegations na ya ebe mu no eja for example obi o constituency bi oye delegate ni bi oto aba ni bi owo area mo ni nipa network oh MP we tua ase na ye omko we no we su tua ase na we su tua ase
Cocoa season
ye hwese sa cocoa season no ono tini de ni wia de otinje ono nso edu abato da na wa ma ne card so bi sa se wan ne ba betua first ono wa yemfum so ana Dr. Changa won baby dynamics ne e sha ase free yes a process ya te ase na mo ka say election ye started from that we election
yes
no kre ye wie ye share na ase no obi kwhwe obi achi wenye eno kra de ye akesefo na esuma ase ye te ase ba ba han mu a e be start to award eye omo polling station executives ni ade e ho na ba hu se be start lobby ni amanfo e hu ntoko mbe ko ho ne hu sikasem
e ba constituency platform mission sisi akoko ntwa no o say useless party executives nana obi so the question about say what is going on, who are you referring to? I think what can na madwene ba so say bibia si obabi amana hu say bibia nkoye obabi nipa bi share chiriti na makoba baby aba
ajanti doc megidi say ye amamra no kwan ye faso ye nneoma no se person man man beti ase a e na obia edi nani hwede wo so America o man start one day edu baby ne nipa kakra bi na to aba no na man to be e processing na be before to be process no mo e hu say we nye ye nyimfo hu nye but kwakwa ye say ye ne ye hu de enye na
Odamusa
ye nyimfiri ho na eti ho
okay
so you no be hwe man yasesa no he's benefiting from
saade na ekoso no
bad system
and the doc na say saade do wa ase no so ono so ka se okoto di onwam so di bi o se den so so be for se so se
e man ni na cake so di
aha e man ni na cake wa be ye kwan wa anyi ni ye boso miensa na kwan na hohoro wo be ye prime minister wa be se sika dia mani pa bi no madi na me kwa koto me election business card dia maye bone me gidi se eye oman no constitution review na ye ka no me gidi se also oman no esan hwe biem
ye use $5 million
anye ye
ye ntimi amfa nya adwuma ye
nukreni ensema oka no eto asom bebre batana abribia no ana mpese me mai na ye kai se amamu na ye bu no enya amamu a sebio eye ya ne ya hyehyem enye ya hyehyɛ sebio broni na abɛhyɛ se yenye na be yensu ye bi ye hyɛ ase so nkyɛ nti ye dan a bibia no hyɛ ase fofora ana problems wo sebio ntimi invite preko empire se mane nye ye dan a jiso twitwi usine kakra sansa na po nti mi hu ni se me oka no eyo hawa yinyina agitum se eyo haw sebio essay of mine ma o mine kanko enkwanim sebio ema se de nka kemema minka bi se de nka si pen no enko se mi si pen no san se sebio so biba na se wo so ugini scan no akoto aba obiba na se sebio wo so diske be da wansa no waye ne ese wo ya skano se wono no ye nie sika dua nsini fie nti be bi onya fie bia no se nyame bo na brebre so oweni a obekwa fa be bia nti no de na make kan kosi nyina ne se America ne a man dodo na wo de omo ye mfato ho no omo sha ase enye ne ebi mo sha ase 200 years ni wo sha ase unu 30 years kwa fe no aba afa no nya 30 years nti me nkasa 30 years na emre sha de nanso ye sha ase na nye se na tie se bi ye sha ase no na bentoa na bentoa na se bi se kan krante na ngede chiche ne party t-shirt enne mobile phones TV radio
advancing bribery
nti me pesa o sha se emre ne sesa no enyama besesa ebedu me bia se bi wo me ene obi a wo ye sa timamhunu ye nyina ye ni so ye ni bete se sa TV 10 Ghana 20 Ghana no mo de maye no eno ensesan abrabo nti bedu me bi no ye so ye ni bete yesi kwase ni ti a agbo
o de le ya na asema wo kana mama ye ko asin nofa by election e course wo no it was a by election right
yeah by election
na nko mu ko chocho scam for GDV o mo de twa anwom no so mo tika no mo je no right
so man to abana mo so man to amamo mo twa scam
okay ko
sana make am
ye ko ka no
no ya adwen ba ni nya so se enye se ye besesa keke bebi o ha yemra ye constitution bebi o how to say clearly nansen sa 97 eyi a wo mo ko hu senye dia na yakọ na court aka dia ke o se ehwese yeku yenim no sa ho ne yehu bibi
ne kure ni se meka se yenye hu bibi na meboa isan se me no kasa kra se se be kam se jebe nansa ne OSP am so mo ni OSP your friends Office of Special Prosecutor
yeah
what the statement by so mo to vote ne mo to vote ni na no wo hwe on so so wo hwe papa so wo hwe no so wo hwe ni so de wo so wo de hwe wa na se bibi betime free maba no kra se
obi di kan ko
wa
na make am be so na make am question the make am question ni se no kra se e bia obetimi aka chrem se ampa oya se bi me ha de yetimi fa asem ye fa ne se bi ai se apontentokwa ye pejam na so se bi ai se be me bia wontimi nya anya na dwuma yi 30 seconds na wajagu but ye ka no ne ye ka hu ni say at least anya bi akra no e me bi atwam ne ni bibia sa no obi eni ho a obi na ni se wo de hwe obi a wo to vote e de de wo to mo vote e ne de wanya obi a yakọ anim se kanene yo class 1 e de obi a class 3 e bedru baby a e de benya obi a on te se OSP ne a ono de se bio se wo se utumra obeche ni sie nti se wote se ebi a wo ayemfom so bi a ono de obi a wonfa nchew enne na ebi a benya OSP bi a ebi ehu kakra ne esanse politics ne yensem a yekoso ni nti no wontimi nya ne yeso ye but chena
ba lawyer on that same day me twa no ma yenko botia no yenya ne tie se bibia si wo ne yenko beni so na beni se emfa ho nsamo emre kakra beni so temi nka ma adwu bio
hello
Dennis.
Hello, pastor to on kafa.
Yo, ya simple tiano BBS eden a.
Sefia me wo Christian Methodist Senior High School. Hanum na ne high buku. Ebo be non dumu hono mo na ye hu se taxi bi ba pe yemba kwen. Ye ko oyekoya omo si omo de afena o maka ma ba na wi a omo de ba. Ana mama wa ha say so mu di fifa na ba na mu so mu di fi amount from ba ri amount from so mu di ndi abada daada ana mu so abantu no de ba yi de o mu ni be bi efi ni na mu so ni fi amount from ana ba se na mu on chat ni o mu bie mu na yen bie na boys no bie car no easy box ni na na form a pipe that can ni na first ni na yen bie ma say ya de do mo di aba no o ma tu egum what's parliamentary no a slide according to them I'm also slide and actually fear I diaba into what they teaching bebre and people teaching bebre and this kakakra almost end this day na e woman no almost said that they said they are enquest and entity from kwa there na aba said they have say omu nyina there but him on parliamentary say bi wo and the NDC kwa and now we can see people no kwa fake. It's not the issue of Hanumane and see Hansi Amoka Bab, I said therefore, Pata, and Yasan Ketuaka, Hansi.
Now, Mebo, taxi now a buyer, no one more bar pimpino. Just a woman at the ballot person, Eba.
Eba, can the buyer now police for our canning. Almost somebody say I'm out for a son of my carry on Modeba. And now I'm out from Suda, but a babe 7 more about the dada. And so much about na we to finish for much of no modifi ba na muso mo ntiase ene mu bie mu na yenhwe amuso mo ntiase ne ne omubu you box no pipe ni nyina ma say enya go wa ha kra
na wo ma de nyama ne ba no omu firi omu wo hemfa
omu ye electoral commissioners ni bia omu ye bia omu se say entire omu so we ampa ba ye bie mu hwe ye no enya ampa ntefia na principal no nsa aso mumu a yebisa omo ensem
bani se meti oyi a na meti oyi a na chese ballot papers no mo de buy no kwa mo ye no e fake enye original
na se che ni asante so eno na akwa ya asem mo no ne e che ni asante so ba enye original
wow na so mo de ballot papers ne ba tax mu no nrigu
we ba ne tax mu na egu ne mo de buy nti na ma o mani bre na o mu bie yiri e di pay buy no
na sandipa na wo se omo ye yisifo no omo ye yisifo na omo ye adwuma wo sa constituency wa na se atade no mo se nti na se omo ye yisifo no
sa na fiti ase na omo ka so omo ye adwuma omo fi omo ye yisimpanifo ni bia Now the see and don't mo condemn me say dem dey say hu ne akwakosi because why you gidi dan ya me fa ho ana e bi abobitiri mtini me say kaka ma anu ade na akwakohwe ne esi a ekoso.
Na ball people no mo de bae no wo share said na wo share nipa ben presidential as a parliamentary say presidential one dey to man pa say parliamentary so one dey to man pa
ni na efra na wo share ma parliamentary no MPP dey na dorsum ene ye slide here dey na dorsum ba wo share presidential na NDC na dorsum nto ku afra nti who say le bone no wan dey we dey say wan dey ni na front who dey fan say party ya na party bi who dey dey people say
enti na ballot box na makoma say
na makoma ko be 6 ni na yam aboma ani na ye fake enti boys at mu ni na at inside ni na mu
wow. And they say, like I said, woman baby, one watching the part, but baby, I'm called the Onya, they are winning.
But they said they may say they need to put on the
Now, stand for that, watch, I will say a fake, and then it is a fake.
And no sooner I am here, no. The see our boys no master, they must say a fake. A fake is a tennis, a sample. If I must see our confused, I have a they will near almost a but box with the engineer radina, doing na Paco, engineer row, Nina, the master no crime about dining.
And then they say, just a month from the now, more cancel my day bano, a dick badada.
A dick badada, baben on some one abba. And the as I would cry say, Parliament is somewhat in the two no. Every become better than say I chance lie on the MPP no. The see I want to my so I'm not for a say I'm pass on the this up when want to name by her say see I want to my other than about process and the car here had ya and the more than you know.
Wow. I see. And yet now Benis Chewa you best about why? I said also I was going to finish as I can na and then you some be sanka unya ballot paper ni bi na ka utwa de san yan ka be papa
manya di bebre wo so make me best any mo tia
ah send be betumi hu na be a stamp no wono so no na no so aka na yetumi hwese authentic why
pato yo mate
that's papa yenu aba Benis Obin ene yete ne ka fi botiano amanfru mu na hwese abato no moto awie ambulance be say taxi pin say na ehun sem bebre enti na eno no kwaku ye bekọ but na mafom ye bekọ na
botia no ye sia mafrom yenko ho na yemra na fi 20
oh so nka metimi de we twam akọ we hwe no emse na ye di achinyi bia ba Madina de no nti menim panifo akasa Madina o mo chere se emse ndisi fo no
susu afampa
susu afampa nti emse sa achinyi na emse betimi de
ato once
betimi de ato nti English among from ora Sylvester Tete na edim kunim 2020 abatwa ye to ye no eja onya 42,806 no 53.3% na onya ena Alexander Akwakun enya 37,502 and so 46.7%. O share voter turnout na ho na 74%. Registered voters na 109,514. Rejected no 1,065. Dr. Chiranga. One constituency.
You want some
and a valid vote near 80,000. And say na etie honti Alex Tete. Na onu seat no ya na me question me say
Sylvester Tete
rather
onu no ya increment yes say or the mabe 5,304 and BT
akwa
okay
yeah
before then no akọ pram
Sylvester no
pram when we need
switch the bar ampa
okay no switch bar now say I had a question e jam bisa ne say baby obi a win ya asomdwe no se to bi na basabasa ya ba na den na esi wo ho
Baby or your 2 years will be no
no
ada so check onya so
doc your TV fini ka flashpoint say police for a zone hu a higher flashpoint but any the yet baby wo ho a
enka amaso saa
that zones na basabasa wo no so any ho mum na yenya say fi bi baby kro flashpoint a wo basabasa mu kran so ya ntehwe na je say your process no still I say your koye nim ba ko na
holistic o say yeah holistic say mo hwe baby ya na yema ya dwene enko fa ko sense enipa ne bi wo ha bone mpa won trim
ogriye
so enti se ukoye wa dwene se o ha de obi enu ti na bi mu shada kra transfer mu vote ha de o man yakwan some people just enjoy some of these hwe ohun moja ne ho nto so ampa ne see student a odon tene baby enye se ntoko bi asi baby o wono no obi abonu so tene baby say stray bullet na kokun so obi share da kokun no
how 40 fear na the omba be tie
what do you get from
ya share etututo ne etu aba to mu enim say you see 2000 e wo the Shima South no and they between be ka say between Bambofo ene wo mu a timamufo no na ekokoban but when akwakoye say civilians for kroya na je say ya twitu a ye di kunkunkunku edi domi doc what is going on and then I would say ama say no adwe no akwakoye say ni so no me be preso dia ene me fam sambo na mutu na me bebo
answer Sidia our laws on small arms near there then also to me shemukina you almost say some of these guns illegal a bit more at my local guns near there but I was careful. I think that last week I said news item of some ammunitions and things are now more they call some part in the north. Police intercepted it. And we have to be very, very careful as a nation. You know, so about where just we are at the verge of becoming like any other country. Now, when so to me, a suma woni patrimo, say like unprovoked or near you see on young part and yes, be a more coin, so much a more de to turn rough off. Unprovoked, BBNC about one a quacoto, a true soon penny for a momadi and him. Now I'm be actually I was in the another station on mobile. Then Papati and also collapse here. Akrana a 20 can free moon. On also collapse and I didn't call hospital. Just and we have to be very, very careful, especially in trying to retrieve some of these small guns. Also security more money at the Kwambi to almost like illegal guns are more local guns and crop year or better Kwambi so track on because it's a dene show one akoko drone ya homa so bi ba wo mu na small thing and Instagram I say police force will call around where they are voting. Don't go with gun because before bar obeka say in self defense no na their own planning their own ya why so be na before bar no obetumi dia ye and it say timamofo and as civilians nya ho ekita tuo ni ade a emfa asumdwe anya den emfa asumdwe ma and asudem no bebre no eda bambofo so say ombo modern so ombo retrieve this type of guns. I don't know how they are going to do it, but they should. I was on mutumi at the road map.
No, me share bibi. At the year can no. I come here say one more edis habone no. Kaswa dey say report am saka say achi nipa 9. Dey you born crofo with you can say achi nipa 9. One more yes na mani nyina. No be hwe mu no. Na political figure bi.
Yeah.
Edi omanim. Etina sam ko bakra na ye nya no poma sibredu ye ti bibia bio na ye na ayira dia keka koi woni ni se ye prepare grounds no sense onipa bi a wodi ne bone ne no aye ne yewo o de hye no hudin o tina bi ono so be na so be bi de ti obi wanya mfa ntua wo anya mfa ntua wo in personal obi oben wo bo se na awudie no spread in kakra dey na oji say sese ye no lawyer
sa se mo de say jama my preachers answer me home for at least the last 16 years there mato honyom preachy ya kan yese me kan wiase bia but me kro man say e nkomo bi a say political parties na ankasa no e mo de na mo nyoma bi so mi jai so sometimes we team blame bia sometimes because of what you through what you it's necessary say ba but you could do maybe so bi ma niti wa me summarize ni say say Kameya say political crime is the best form of crime in Ghana. Free. So because political crimes are now the American say would party atari di bonea e Ghana hanma police intimi nchew aba intimi fa nko court bibia intimi nsi isan say jama titru amanyofo akese ni mi no age atum say wo hye political party atare ana so di political party bi ani na so di bone bia emra ema ho kwan say so yes nti ekuduru maybe a say na akufo do ba power o ka say okay se ne sa ne be kode a eni ye nyina no ye nyintum say party ana say political crimes are making no esi etwa so nti yen hye mra ema mpa ye hye mra bi a ye fe no anti-vigilante law nti ema ijina no so ka say ne sadia political parties ni nyina no bia endissolve omo
vigilante
groups na omu no ne ade ya yesa ama say utumi say ampa disi ehunhu unte vigilante groups no ho asem biem nanso bone no ne etu a de ma o man mu ha enne se de si share amanfo nkran eda so koso a yenye ho hwe na de me ya ne say 2016 election President Akufo-Addo ono ani fie woni ne yire ne mahye fie na NDC for omu procession omu koto abo ekọ fie honom se mo be kai sa semia ono ni fie ene Ghana Police Service ye ma anima police se bi omu hye wo eso NDC for omu procession sa mre no ehwa no munam ekoto abo bebre ko fie honom a se bi o senka kra na mfie ho a nke pra no de obewusu be nkobewu police photo no police ni omantima anche ba akofo mpo ekoba say MPP win election no se sebio so we obadwene ba na nka de oba expect ni say NDC na wo office nti na bia omantimi ani sa asem no nti nka MPP ba ni nti nka omunya hwehwemu bia nti nka CCTV camera bia ni area ho a nti nka betimi anya ne papa kompo ache no so oto bo akọ obi fi abra nipa ne nya ne hwe sebio say nipa no so at that moment no a leading presidential candidate anka ampa say siko wi na obey president ne se say nipa ne say ga opra na nka ne bia nka nya president bisa so say nipa be president no wantimi ntu ho na mo bia in any way so ye hwehwemu anase o mo a omu di sabon no nka ye kopo mo nchi o atoso biem say election krona no nipa nwotwe ehwe wonkwa mo hwe mo nkwa ya sabio obi papa obi nia bema o sabio obi e wo fa ase bi a nka wo probi asoma na wona nka osoma no wonka bi nshim ekunia ya me ebe pa me ne me no ka sai yintimi ehun nipa omudi ewe wudi esuso ye ni nukwayem e na sabio ye ni nesumase idi no badwam idi abra kania wo ho bia mansa nyina hu si yekum amanfoi so bia ni ho a yetimi chema abepem nnem no kasai obia no yede ne court bepem nnem no kasai ensembi say in fact some kai me sa kai mbukra I think say the same MPP na nkasa kra so omo head office eno de ye hu nipa okoye omuko head office ko sesa ho ne manyina ko bubu pronani MPP ko ya o na say in less than few months what me win election what if you do boni say what me ahwe bibia month me dey say what ne dey say ye ne ko afia ye ne ko court what me anyimu bia em ko du maybe ma sabio sa party ni mum emu nipa etimi call Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council ekoche coordinator ne mpanifo ebro won epam free office ye che omo de omo police station court a nsem no koye basa it could be a judge class omuntia 200 cedis no bia onko ne fie Emma say be kaya ebi so court ankasa anke ko judge mbokra na nke yabo no ni nyina same party kura nya meka kosi ne se si yehwe sene yasoso sansem ne so a enye emranko a na se bi yede a solve problem the enforcement of emrana yahye no se enforcement ne sa anko ya wo pa hye mra wo wiase nyina se bi bible ne kura no kura yebuso na nte se emra wo nipa wo no atwere de nyankopon atwere ma kura no yebuso da bia
sa vigilante law ne yesi aye fine kosi ne ye adwuma
asema make kosi no se wo hye mra no na se wo amfa mra na anya adwuma wo anhye mra no mu kena de se wo de mra na adwuma no wo amani tumi na ma amfa mra na anya adwuma se bio de ono watimanya kokuduro a ono wo se wo mfa ho no be chi nipa wo di bone no wo na gina ordinary court sai nipa no koye ya transfer no bukwa hwe ne chi akwan no na Ghana kura no se biu baabi na kwhye no so no kura se ka te so wo Ghana kura nka onyi ni enti se wo ye sa we nyina na se china se sa asem koya e bi sa kosi a na se wo frame me se me metena se lawyer me metiri ma na e ya koya se me san se ye nya ya adwene se ye be yo man ni so ka we nyina abuma na ni ti a wa ne se o ma ye to abama wo so mo me yo man ni no ya kodu mprempre bi so a se wobetimi aka sipi se titru so wo fa we nkwa na de aka asama omodi ehwemo kese
omodi ehwemo kese pa ya bibia ese etumi hwe ne ka wo se sanse ade acha de ese ne nyina no kwa na ekọ nanim
eti wakaba besisuo na me ka se na me ka reforms na de no so yakoye nim wo se ye office pepo wo se amoja beba ende oye denya untumi nsori ya na constitution watu ne nyina agu which edu be na bi kasa no mo ya adwin but ba ku mienu bi wo ho a eno no na ekwe because efa ye law enforcement ne ke ka na ade no onipa bi a odu rank oba ma na IGP ana oba ma regional commander no the same politician entino se ono kofuma oye den kokoka won sa asana ekono and nena metia ka se electoral mistakes ya bay se ye kan abani wi a ba bia be kono any punishment be kwa many pa kwa oye sa mistake no and it keeps reoccurring say akwakwa yi suban say da bia no ye ya ade na de be favor nkwa no but say wo ye democracy na wo ankasa na wo ya ade no wan for ya obidia wonku anim because decisions of take America na ke kan ne ade no enu ba bia ebi kobo obi Donald Trump so no president Ghana ha ndawaka so wo ne ho aka president mra court bedu ba bi ne yetwe na bo so onto so be wini no mbeka se constitution ne kire se so we sitting president wo be president dia yemfa nko court enkotwe abo so enti ye denya
okay
ba ku mienu bi e wo se wo take pain kaka na we se wo de tembia wo de wo da form so ayefu ko mawa
e be
na form dia ebe de bia be adwen so na form wana ye yo bo so ya ba
okay kwe no for me kwe ka kwe no ka kwe no ya to din komo kakra
okay
na menka bi mfa
ko ko so ba na fia
na menka bi mfa nsem an komo ye din ho awu se ye culture na se ye suban no ene corruption a difficult say obetimi I disentangle so one more big gift to say political parties a big child there a big sika ediama and it is very difficult say you can define it in terms of culture. I say kwa himfia unfansa panko. Oko bribe on hine cry night because of our tradition, no. Or say we there bear himfia and yensa pan or deco. And it makes it difficult. So yes, democracy now. I was say to me, done in the way best suit our culture. Say yeah, for brownie the end they and pepper dia. I bear dynamite. I was adapting. That's what I think. So it should be adapted to suit our way of life. Now, say person, the French side, the baby share and so on. We have a long way to go. And say first, yes, I say na your casa and be the bent to an to near the as time goes on, we are giving it a different twist. It is the same thing. no by now you the phone you polishing you the phone you the cars you the sika people are still giving even the cutlass people are still giving it a bit more a bit child the identity it has been part of our culture and it's although OSP they are the mraba say nukwasa chess nukwasa but we find it difficult. Then I say when they even come to the prosecution now we don't see the tail of it. Boy, yes, in the end, it will either die off or will not hear. And I said, the people pursuing will be tired.
Yes, you are going to
and they also to me,
and press conference. No, we are so. Now, you must have back to your common year. So, say, it's a legacy beer. A correct legacy foundation be a do. I be kasa nkwala no so enyini e ba bebe ye politics a. Politics a e di no kore ene ye de be ye. It's a social so far ye politics ye de. Well, me na me imagine ye me sa dey say bi so agena bi. Ye mfa no kore ye politics no. E na dan kwa ne na mu sa. Asem e tuntu kure say fita. E kokko kure say nti say no tan kra sre.
Say no ntine ye be ka say o kan no kure do ntumi nye politics. I say to say say e kasa e ka. Say osuma sika no kure do ntumi nye politics. Say indirectly ye yakoka say all your politics in Ankara. But that may not be fair. Because service baby and then your money now so and it is now a lot of the things yet is here. The coalition center. I'm telling you, I'm struggling to believe and understand what is happening. Adetina, right at the polling station. Say our party say serious. Right there, it's saying Assad now will be ya can't bargain Assad now ya can't in the political party of its sort. Now won't all the polling because MPP between 4 million, NDC between 4 million votes. Now they want to be 210,000. Nanka or even times 2 crazy. Less than 500,000. I'll be your agent. Mom will be a phone, Papa. We are your senators, your pictures, work at home. They are signed or police station. Then we just go and put them together. I know your ballot paper say, come on, you are block it.
Process no cry. Okay, you are free. Coalition center, the local regional. Not regional, so they are called
regional. They are useless.
It
is useless because you see the various constituencies, it is 47 constituencies in the Ashanti region. You who are not that other than yes, I create another center. Say Ashanti region near the Indian boom and can near the Indian constituency in the back street. Other than yes, I create region. A baby because northern center, southern center, and once a year, cumbersome bureaucratic processes. I don't know yet trad any man bebree nti I don't know police station they are called constituency ni be wie no ye twan region ye wie region na ye more national what we are just wasting time
that dey na make account what say my call elections I
say so try be on agene ntem
the doc ka no me my call elections na sa coalition center ni ade omo fa anya adwuma me pese me bo MPB din baba bia makọ last year say me call Tamale South MP ba de chance na MP ba ho we who results na dada to say the okana na me kan dia so who results na dada last year northern region me kodu ho na me nya we say ombeye regional coalition center me kokohwe ho e de me hu kokire ye no nko kasa electoral officer ho ne ade but ade chi ye start ye call constituency there ade chi ko region hu he because say the okana no from polling center no obi when your numbers na akika bomu dada regional na no constituency the crowd work when
you create unnecessary
idea in the constituency makọ 3 times so see coalition center
e be ko abnati wa ho na yakodi nkomo kakra na yasa abana sa bureaucracy ya wo kan wasemi o say unnecessary bureaucracy say yen na de akire ya free akpakpakpa na mo abone yakọ e baby Abraham Ajoy Abraham Manatiko na abna de nsem bi ebreye na yatumi adi nkomo kakra na yatumi ahwe nti Abraham no atiko encha abna beba abna ba pe be de beto ahoma no so waba ho Oh, okay. Abena. Oh, okay. And ye say yes abeka abena na fe ye di enkomo. Na when ya
Okankwe no for ni na
we 2020
2020 results about Teresa Ladi Awuni NDC 29,281 51.1%. And I do an call Hussein Isa NPP 27,242 47.5%. And Abdul Hamidu Ibrahim Futa I'm saying this year so
okay kwaku ya say abena ba na ho na ntenko to dey hold on man be da say abena ma ajo e
ya eja Jacobna
ajo abena wa brɛ wa hu
enye easy o si ejinem
obomu sa obomu akwapem china ana ka bi a wo hefa na we
yo nanka ye hase ne de nka ablekuma north de nka nanka ye asudue kwan so basa ye bia nsi hase ye wie bibia akan manfo mo police station ni obia de ne de eba be 7 ni mo no bia satisfied de eba ekobo 8 na se do na de omo de aba enko fujina bontin so mo chen senka ye be satisfied be collect together na obie woneja gina bio so kofunu complain say ye chemo se obia ne hono ma e ka bibi momate we na se o mugudu gina ono no se o mo twen se ye be bobo ade ye de akere omo 8 abo 9 abo 10 abo 11 abo a ekobo 12 omo ya ne se nkofu mienu bi a isifo omo hwe awoshi hono police station ni bi hono afi no mo dim omo de eba no mo se ade no bia de de ababe ye 7 8 mo hono na 11 ekobo 12 afi na mo de mo wi a mode ba eni de ye nti ase ebia papers na mode ba no bibi wom ebia de na mosi na mode aba no kura mode afa beebi eni de sa de ye ma mu mbe mu enti no ba ko eni be ma ba ko obi ma mi penimu eni bra bi o kan ho ena de ye abonte honom police fo ni fire service we gina no honom mo se da ofia block kwan se ye mo mu mbe ye fa ye mo papers mbe ebi omo ni papers ne ko fa ye bia omo san fa nko honom omo san enfa ko bibie fini sa person de omo allow mani rip and abaye ho we ni mo nti we twi oba na we achi be ma no we twi oba na we achi be ma no nti je ko na wo be share video na so bi share isifo omo
reflector yeah
so mo ni bi no nti we twi na we achi no no mabo no ho no mo ne ko na ebi so atwi na ba no ma say ho no mo ne ko nti sisi ame ka say die omuguso etina edimu hono mo aye de wo say omo masa nkofu piedo de de omo mfa personal enfa wiem
na omo so mo defense ayisifo depa mienu no omo ye yisi officials ampa na say omo ashatare de hunu nkrofo keke
ejekom na omo she official mo atade ani bi inti say eye no kwese omo ye omo nkofo ni bio say nkofu bi e na omo asabe frem de ni de ye nsadan ni ba atade ni de yisi omontade na ye show mo ne die ebi show mo
collection center na hifa na wo
yes omo yisi ana me ka say ye gina bebi omo collect no eye Methodist church wonom na kofu ni tre mo say bebi omo dey pieces na si ba no eye awoshi eho na omo dey ba
everybody na sa weni nyina ba everybody na resource ni nyina fi centers ne ba collection center ho
ejakom na dodo na ba ye be 7 ho 6 to 7 one of them shots so or more deba in terms of nakobo 8 na se dodo na etimi edibia ba ye hwe ni se ko start account ba ya sha na ya bo 10 abo 11 ekobo 12 so ya de omo en start ya ubisa ye obia nka se nti omo start en tre ye we na sa we mu di be wure mu akofo na se da adin tia na da no wo de mo mfa ma ye en de sa de ya pene ma mu mfa wure
abena yene Bennett din komo ewo Botiano no wo no chese wo mo ede baaye no se de awode bia pepepe wo mo de gu taxi mu na baaye wonu so ka be mu na ewo
omo ni ka bia mu we no ni ame hu yan so no afi no mo pese omo mbonra inside den ko funu se cho omo ehia ewo ho no ti card ye be mu se bi si ho no ma omo efi mu na kai initially ga bia ka omo ba omo ti ka mu akebie na ka na ba inside no omo di aba ana se omo ba sha se because so na e domin shedan ni ho ni do buti wo do na no wa no mo ewe
But when it is man Saturday who say the car no a pack wa ha say obo rim and as a car no wa ha na obo rim. The me won say omo yes omo nanti e rim and omo say da ye mo rim da. Na enye no kre da mean ade na mo difficult no e dey ba.
Na ballot boxes na ballot box na makoma say.
A person also movia or Mopedia or Mudishem, no much so answer no Modiaba. It is a paper no any buta or our person more fan rim.
It is a paper no a wafer.
A gusupita or more than our more tries to be put a season a bear and yes.
And that's okay, use officials.
Me pacho Annie, yes, your mumma or moon rim. Into no so be fortunate say on the same far and your other man be do door not yet. Now or more ya against no say be not door na be no more piano for.
Now but say bambophobia to be my say be a more babe so muna ye ho kon be fa say be no kwasa nya no kre.
Okay, you come na a police for age na door na no. But send your boys in the air you know. We try many me who say police for na bit ho anya ade. Almost almost young with your anymore and a fire service for maybe 8 na honum. But say ebia or more case munya the movie. Ya me won say which na no honum or more protected door the son be boys into mbo enremu.
And say nipa mienu omo way.
Omo busu gina abonten aya twe omo a ekọ nsa na eye afi ye twe omo kwa na say obi akọ ne tia no masan any omo ba and then the boys na say be gina no honum die esi kwan say ye ma mo bi mo da in the system make say me too many me mo say police for edin kan ba me mo say boys so abodon bi so fi omo nchen won so ebe gina door na do na say we yes me ma wo we so be we sa na kwakọ ye e wa no ho.
Abena
Ijasa na America say dia ye nkoleti gidi ya ye kutu wa ha say ya ye twen ye nim.
Abena twen kakra ho mai why?
Me pacho you.
I know what you see so why?
Me pacho you.
Yes, Priscilla Abena Tiwa na yete ne cafe Ablekuma North. Collection sama ye kan ye bi ani o.
Ade ba fam me men kan dey say abambofo no aso o ma ya ade kakra. Sanse o ma fa tuo anko. Inside agitation na donso. Edika police ni anaso kitatuo na say nkrofo ne rush ba so a anhwa no akototuo. Etuo na o ma fa anko na think say ade a o ma ya ade papa. The one say o ma boni police ni bi atwetua how to be aye bibi ntia no de ade a also mo tokoso
ye bo amba. Ye hwe scenario bi. Wo hwe botia no de no a Benny say omo di ni nyina ba around 7 o'clock. And the last one na eba no eba be 10. And we so no Ablekuma North die ni nyina ba be 8 o'clock. And we so aba after 11. What does it mean?
Omdify. Omo ma so no. Se party fo ni nyina di achi ni dey call collation center. Nti omo nipa ni bi yira ya na omo nyina na kan bo me ko fa ba bi. Na omo di traffic mu. Ana omo twa nsuo.
To the agent bi agent ni
agent bi anka ho dia you don't need to be educated before you identify a white man.
Workers now suppose workers now na dey nam
too questionable.
Suspicion is too high.
Say term suspicion no glaring so obi person obokro no enya suspicion as yeah, can I be 7, 8. Now they are coaching. Yeah,
7, 8. Now we are 7, 8. Now can we?
Yes, no, be only crying, crying, 58 now, boy 11. I feel no, they are quite good.
Constituency.
And agent be actually. David. When I say yes, a national easy company, Edward Muna basic from no never do as some resource. Eventually, the confusion.
Yes, yes, some more can you na what say initial stages of this election, sin tobacco miensa, sin tobacco miensa. Na I say parties out on no, actually, easy administration say easy idea way, easy idea way, easy idea way, easy idea way, easy idea way. Ah, be pimunde. Would you say Sanka? Bibia mu da ho fine from the beginning a anka de ko yi anka be ko ne saa because I say suspicion wo hodada asana we ba even though be it will happen say the omo ye kura no de e kai no kore say be a delay e wo baby but suspicion no
is unacceptable a delay wo kwan be so puli station one
ya can be
yes 300 400 now how many hours they can 400 sheets how many hours
say 1000 in part
what you say ebia no we say ebia no we do 1000
debi
if obo wie 5 o'clock yemfa ne say na nipa no kwa na ebi de kium nti omo to ya ma ne bo 6 ni ya kan fi 6 na na bo 11 come on no there's something wrong but me ade ba ko aya na mpese ye nyina adwen ko so electoral commission nipa bi wo ho am ye permanent o ene we bi mu so a am ye temporary staff background checks ben security checks ben ye wo mu ansa na ye appoint o dey say oh sumasi me madam fu yo say ne papa na churo ni di na ye say o mezom go training ya form de dada ono ko ye no ya fa no wa tro ne bedi ne ba so kan o mu ko training nti say oye bias say o support obi dida you don't know it is na kasa kwen of us or recruit to temporary staff questionable onipa ni bi o adwumbo no wo mutrim
when you say the akoso e de nyugwa say break no lawyer e san say ekoni say ya obi we chire nta me de bia bibi say na medwene the way ya amanodefo ebe hu yen afa because the whole world is watching Ghana because democracy across Africa ha ye na ye de tu ye husafo ne say ye na ye champion de akoso no ma yisi no de eni onyamo ma na ma fam de na je say yisi ni ye na side the body bi ya bata mo no ye people free want them
say we dey sorry pa no ashada the abetu me na so nso e dey am pass isan say last election ye to abani we no me kan si su dia say si e kan electoral commissioner am say wa bon Ghana pa na Africa ye ma me jemensa ye no abon pa na sa se mi mentwen san ye na me nyini se metwen san da ko so me se BMC bia e wi ase besesa isan se me sa chrim me de metu imra na chemisi se ansana ma me jemensa e ba be electoral commissioner no na waye oni isi na ye adwuma mfie bebre samre no se yesi ye kan na se minyansa eni adwene a na ode ba ma electoral commission bi ye adwuma no na esobuye in fact ye electoral reforms bebre se yesi e be kan no krepa na dodo na na efisa maami abra na otenchan mum no enti sesebio obi otenchan na odi nimdie adwene nyansa ebo ama de oti eguametimi ye n'adwuma yi na se ne Nyankopon aboa na wo yese ne bra na be yese adwuma kroya na wo boa me yi na afi wo ba ya wo first time result nko abo no mprebedu result ba kopo mprebedu obo no aba sesa no abo no sesa no aba no sabio se mass ben pa na sabio akra ndimi hu se wo de 10 e de kan edu hu wo de du e kan eduonu hu a enti ntimi nya a particular figure every minute bia na aba sesa ana enyeman keten bebre ha wo ye ya na ni na etochima enti na ma me de misi su bia na mesa kan biem se ma me ne de say ye nuhu kese pa se man be obey electoral commission
say human institution
ma men ka say wie eja etinka anya bia akra ne nka se eno no say the worker say human institution ya the first time into call first word war na se failure na nka onya boni bia etinka e ba second time idie nka say kane no na nka se bi o se nsuo to na se o so hu anya bia akra no say we say so hu say former for so one share bibia kra fi bibia mu no say o de wo ba fa na onim hwe kra se sia na waba mfie nan asan ba be count me fa say mfie nwotwemu ani nka se sie die nka anya bia no nko sua adesuade hunu bi wonya adesuade hunu bi from all these experiences ah so say there wa ba no ba acquire this fresh knowledge into nukrani I least expected say enyama bebree ho a na nkeni kwa say isi ye kopente ballot sheet a ye say ebi a mistakes abam sebio special voting ye say ebi kura yentimi omuntimi nto aba ye we for her ye say be like from the one I share sa about we yourself be 1 year mean there has never been a single occasion ma me no wetimi atwa wetimi ayade ba ko a e betima ka so we die omu wayade mfomso bi ani ho e bi nsi every major decision bi a what take bi a no mfomso ho na me ya bebre se e betima abetena na ye ka sanse me afa ma me no sanse se the medical ka no more the boy particularly 2000 elections particularly they say men kai kra what dey 2000 elections 2004 elections some men na some men friends say ayi some men no mugino mo na so pa enti se ni pa na se ne onu na oye say ya na ni na ya so dwene ho a na enti efi he fa pa na e mai be wie sa me be bia be wie because any be wani kwan says na se o ka se wo ka ni say na se wo so bisa se na si den kwan be na fa so enti be wie se enti wa mfa o ma ye fo ma adwuma no enti wa hwehwem ne ade a hot there ana e be den kakra isan se ni pardon e na no mu ye adwuma e ye den a ba ko bi die obefom nanso wofuma isan se na yetire no wa ho na e dia so di ni ba beto inti hono de ana ne kan ebe den kakra se
lawyer ba twem kakra na ye later e ba say so de ekọ na aye se de insa bi emu odu e hye kire na epushi ana se inti ye ba kwakwa sante e wo ayawa so west wogon kwaku majoy
ye jawafa
ye boma kwafim se on ba bobo awie why
yes mo man nti anyhow crowd
no kwakwa what is saying
ofa sima be de se de nan yi de ahanye me no ka se no babi amako gina no me ne UJBS computer laboratory no ene de hwe ni mo e ho na omo ye collection center no ene na e board ba ku ya ena ye jegina ho twen se bia mpani for di bi ba man na nka ye de man ye tiefo ni afefo ene ye hu se enipa bia botwi koba bia post for no ballot boxes no mo de bebre agu kemo electoral commission office bia ka no nyina da so wo se me no ka sei ene table so mo de etutu abari nyina da so wo tinipa na bo twi sa adan a ye hu se ballot box ba ko ene nam wiem a paper e fi mu go from ye nti so we mu anu watim we so we mu anu watim we so we mu anu watim akire no ena brante ba ku yi nanim so obekasa 10 for na sem a wo kan nyina ne se wo hu se na o susu se o ya allegation se mame Sairam Alhassan ena wo mo de sa ballot box no aba ho se be ya obe wie bia kan de wanya hu nto mo ma kwan ti sa ballot box no wo mo ye sa ma paper se wo mo nyina hwegu ye no wo fa paper ni bi ballot paper ni bi na o fe so a ebi ho ya sample so ama NDC ebi ho ya sample so ama NPP parliamentary ebi ho ahwe ni so presidential ebi ho ahwe ni so but frafra ebi ho kra paper na sem no kra nye ballot paper ye de to aba no 2024 ibi ni nyina bi wa dakar mu to mo bubu sa daka no atete paper se bebre enti sa de ne ye pinche approach for ba mu a almost share ballot box ne paper se na wo mu no e di be 10 minutes eni ye sa ti pinche bi mu sa ye kokko hwe ya almost o mata akonya another ballot box a e kan aba be wura mu eno so almost o ma intercept e bi ballot box no so yi niam e wo mu nyina nka ta e wo mu ebi e ballot paper champa presidential de oho parliamentary de oho ati tiri nyina mu agukwan mu woni sesi ano wo mu a wo mu su se enipa bi pese o mu wi aba ne bi gum e de ma obi o mo tai na ki no aye te se metumi aka ati se vigilante group enti sa kwan no a ye fomu e de ba UGBS computer laboratory ho na collection center ka bia e twam bet se the past 30 minutes here ubi wa pepe ano mo abobo kan mu jina unyina no mo bubo mu sa wanhwa na ka no omo moamona na omo se o glass kra na ujina no maka jo se bi book no mo anye set bi car na ki no mo anwura mu hwe se bibi wo mu a obetimi dia fa sumu acha ba be collection center ho a na kese wo ye ne nyina wi a ansa na wo mo watwa me no ka sei traffic esi car to aso akọ ekosi legon ho nyina no obi nko no obi ma because o ma kwan mo nye search no a o ma wo ntwam no fa ne ehu ni se won se de hu ba bi a asem ne be free aba o betia ne se ba ku bi ba ho ntumo mienko ne nipa na gifi ba ku bi ko mo mienko ne nipa na gifi nto ama ha ye menya na sema nkofo kan se se de yani abie yam pem obi fo sika nya nanka se de yani ate ye benda ha made ate se ofa me no ka se bet se madua na no media ha ye hye papa nti wo mo so wo kakra se bi a obi nkofa ba bi ana dade bi nkonkotwa no obi akopeka bi ati ate ene wo mo akoko oduro mbetima hwe ne ye koso no so de wo mo gina kwan no saa enti me no ka se bi sema be aduanan ni aduanan mi no intermediate ofa hanye kura college center hanye dire koso no
ye bobo abani nyina awie ye no ebre ban ena mo de ballot papers ni nyina fi polling centers wo eba college center ho
ofa me da se meme de no me koye no voter hall ena me kokoye bi nsuso ewo akwafo hall ena me kokoye bi wo legon hall na legon hall no na penche kakra wo mu omo so omo nto ma nti omo ye recount ni bempre no enti na abobe te 632 enti ye wie legon hall de na ye penche ape de obi a che ne ho ase no ena first dispatch no mo de ba meme di akire na nte ba e ko che mu nse danwa efiri ho na magina ha bepem se sabe masande mo kase enti mahwe ballot box na bari nyine ebi mo de taxi na baaye ebi mo so de private cars na egu mo baaye ebi mo so de asoja public cars ni bi any police public cars na egu mo baaye different cars na do on baaye but di ba ku boye ya asade ni CS ase obi de ballot box abaha o de ba be wura mu aka ne o maye dada na hono na ama sesei that pinche atati ayeba
na kwakwe ma dwunu mu ya menti ahase ebrebe wo se quality center ho no ebro so about 632 635 na nyina abedu
ane bank account on se oba le go campus wana dia benti no mo no mpese mo do mo de ne band e take time but quality center na ha na ya waso west wagon na nyina police station se wo mu na ha no mo de ba enti bi de che kra bi mo kra de kra by kra na abobe 9 enti eba aposifo no edi ani mo na omo yi di akọ ebi won so ana se traffic wo kwan ni mu a na ba bi aka na beduru omo ntimi ntwam biem no na electoral officials no APF car ni mu a omo yi ballot box na aposifo bedu omo anim no omo chini benkum ni fa no ma o sha omo do omo wura college center ta no omo ye yanti bet se non ko pai mu no 9:30 ho ba bi ansa na medi mani fam hu se ballot box so se baha no ni nyina baha ba beduru
eti last one 2 year by ya ehun sama be hu yi ebrebe ne duru ho
ofa no du ba ko bo pa ho sima edu ene eti ye che bibia chi ena manfo agi twi so mo kwakọ he de asi no ti o mo gi twi ko ba bia o mo hye ballot box so amenu ka che nyina bi da so go bebre a o mo hipu no sa no ho na o mo ko e ho na project wo no do so ena wo hwe soro abon se ballot box no nam soro eti o mo to ko soro sa na ba fom no na efu abie ena fe ballot papers na ewo mu no ese atete bigunti wa won sabeka bibia no afa bi ho a wo be so ba kum na we so aso ne ti o mo so mu ande mu ate but o ben ballot paper no a wutun se bi ho a ya to so aba ebi ho a ya nto so aba ebi no kura nya ballot papers but na ni nyina free sa ballot box no mu na egu fom a je se de me no ka se o mati ti mu ama na ye nkete na ye tie bebre so ama na sei a wo pese wo hwe ni a asase ndie na ni da ho kakra ma twetwa kakra but se de ani na se se ka fa bebre so
centers ben and efi police centers ben and efi
box no se ne course ro ba fo no bibia antare ho box no bibia antare but ni ya with seal ya electoral commission e will be NPP e will be NDC will be ni ya seal but
bibia no say if you police station A and I say B police center A and I say B bibia mo sa
a blank ballot box but eniama na e wom
wow Kwaku gina ho kwaso gina ho ma ye be san ba
ofa me gina ho na ye say me bo me hu aja ha ka ba ye ko so bia mani tia
mate hwe nso ye ma me wai no bia fa bia mo fa setrim me das pa Kwaku asante lawyer no dog afa baby it's like ade no repeat almost yes
tension so
yeah brother tension pa na wanu go asam so ti no wo hwe a de akobe no does it mean say ensabie modu na push bibi obabi ana say ye ne yanti yi sine dwumadi ase na say ye ne yehu modwuma mo ye na bia ye kasa e de fa ho sa
no krani say ohwe isi adwuma wo ye na nkanye adwuma bi e den de na so nkanye adwuma nka nwanwa bebre a nti ye se ne hunti ase no ebro so ese chiri so bebre se oso de bibia betu na kwam se ne sise na efata isan se bi nipa dom na ekọ esie ekọ akan nti nipa ekọ esie sa no eden a ehyenye bebem eden a mentem ho ase bebem enu nti no se wo ye niema na nkwa ya ma emu ada ho fete se be ya se bi obia dwumbe ne han yenhwe ensemi ho ana ye boboso a hwe se eye mo nsenkafo mpo electoral commission itimika se modo oson dodo enji won pese asenkafo beko baby a ye kenkan aba na yeso oti nipa no so na nipa do oson dodo se bi so asem we se eto asum ema obi a na meti ase a enyeye bi esanse edwuma electoral commission wo ye no woni asenkafo na ye se be ya ebe ma gidie ene bema gidi aba adwuma wo yinim nti se obi si ote asem na se a na ote ase san se ohun ni se e TV so ohun ni se o radio so ohun ni se o internet so baby a nti wo hia se bi yetie ni edi nkomo ne madina ne constituency bi ho a denta ne ebisa na hwa na wene hwa na lusu ye se bi o se nya mo empanifo a mo kwatwetwe nsemi ba nkenke ntibi isan electoral commission on fa information bi ama me no ka say on fa information ma kokra ma abonten eso mo mada romanti mo mpanifo mo honom a mo twa etie e de brain enti yete ya na no with that electoral commissioner support it mean we say adenta akowie sei madina akowie sei sebio be haso di akowie sei abra electoral commissioner ni sikanim ne takunim ne simpo nim enti se sai ni pay ono de moa kase sei ba se be ya confusion sisi information enya sisi from Legon any from two other constituencies but ano ne ese waka kwe o se Ablekuma dey sabio enya electoral commission na bring information enya Ghana police service na bring enya sabio office of the president enya mampani ne friends ni fie for the bring eya moa senkafo ya na mo de bring nti se mo ni ho a adwuma ni ya enyeye it is a sign petitru ate saa no se oso wuyi o mafri adwuma ni mu a na senya adwenboni na wo tirima nem se de be kan nesu it is me ka se ma meje mensa adwuma no wabon no onya de a ensem bi sei ena na ma mejina so ma me kan saa esan se ensem we sei wo kire mu kire akra ya wono foforo kra enyeye wonte ase entino se de wo se bi sei eyo bi na tachiri ntima na yesa sansem no yentimi nya no na senyo bi na tachiri a enti de eti pa so na manitimi nya akokoduro e manitimi ye niema se bi emfata na ensesa emse eno so
ya se bi ese ehwe ne yi ano
se ehwe na yetimi nya no yie enye se yi ano mum ne mo ese nya no yie
okay doc my now so you requested for niema bi normally no say about obaba say ya information yi si wo se ne be betumi agina so ya de aye adwuma en kan se bia dipe koto aba no opepim du nwotwe 18 million yi no ememe wo mu 10 million emma wo mu 5 million koda afi no manya fi du nwotwe 2 million nti eba ne sa no a wo strike average ni nema wonim say na tie ena constituency ya nipa do say na atwere wo mdi sa information ni no mo de ma ya request o man fa ma yen ebisa ya o man fa ma yen ani ne man keten mpani so se bibia ni nsemu a ye mo sama nkoda entity unsa echi Enti san I say me kind of say katasumu mu asubi ye ma nukure bi na di ye nya ma bi ye be ye boso niema no onye sa no ka ho bi ana abedu ba bi eduru ya ka say gidi amafo wo yi sini mu no ya kofa mu
yo say lawyer ha ono beboa when it comes to the law nti emra ne sesei
okay
say ye koto abe ye sheda ye CI I rekoto aba no nti bia e wo mranim se ye koto aba na document na ye frɛ no register no ye mfa ma stakeholders say bia mo mfa nya adwuma na me aminua Reverend Charles Owusu okọ Nkranza North also or prayers here man register no album no be some man no and so now man the lawyer after mo say on tromra requesting. Don't say omo maka nyina de mo see it's about fairness so say emra no say say o de ma fama say emra ma ho kwan ya just use the law and say emra kwan so mo and say ya de ma mo that is when you want to follow the law na nya bibia so ya de emra na e ka to da na ya say kasa dem abato yaka bro for the stakeholder consultation consensus building yaka ni na yaka say omenum bedua na ye enkanka private stations here kan say ma obi akoma ato ne yem because electoral commissioner no train the final one no san wabobo the commissioners na wa kran final one enti ebi mo aboa keka ne ma boma enti sanka onya no wa check here who say o ebia number say no ho sometimes just for reporting purposes enti I was saying 520 by a check here no nipa 210 enti ye hwe ni nyina tere bia is even helping us to do the projections and to determine say oh say percentage ni ko say ya say na be do say ya say na be but bibia me fam me mamu accreditation crowd for media people no ya be so no there's only one year I say enye obia na betumi coalition I agree because yeah ka say nsentrofo nyina anko a omunya ba bi nyina enti e hono yes say restricted but say doing the observation throughout the centers na yet to abandon so over limited there obi okọ no media station o to nya up to 100 kra but obi o capacity no say oba so do oye wider coverage na ma na TF so hu say o se man pie kra me wa ha meti ne yeko because hona ababo ne nema ekosi nti oni fie na o reliable source on train fie no ye eni na ate pressure no so any anxiety no so nti they may not have done exactly what they expect. As far back as me, if you go online, Memeka says some of your errors are unpardonable. Tama yeah compile register. Yes, he say ni assistant me kind. It's easy. You can make all the errors when you are trying, but on the day, ubi amfancho. Yen to me nka say oman nye bibia na say nyom ye nyina nya no but some of the errors are airborne otumo say we dey nka avoidable ke betin prevent it because say o security personnel e wo police center and now sometimes omo higher number e wo coalition center what is the distance from all these a year ye the middle of the place constituency say the coalition bibinti say after 30 minutes you are expected and then you do on mama 1 hour on mama na mutu wona mo twende say 4-5 hours later the PM pinning masadi even koso because there's a scholar me checking the am or say who betu akoto aba na mo ni all kind no determine who wins not the one who voted is it right?
It shouldn't be because me sorry ahumachi enkomi kro mato fuel akwa di kiwa akoto aba na ni ono all kind say to hell are you baby of bia emfa ho na auto ya me na metre nti 105 106 191 na okro na wo bo me which is not good. We are not sincere with ourselves. So now we nyina na enam wo so nti
ntokwa esi na mbusu nti sebi obi ahwere ne nkwa se ne moja nyame mfa nche wo
bibi and then be the press conference no so say wo share ensem agubo bay yenim se parties awodo no nyina so onim sifo nti edan a omo fido mo panifo no enfo she said de ehunu ni de hwe press conference a parties awodo mienu ya bepem sabre wo hwe de ndc fo na sami de african say enya bre so mo age mo bo senie sabre ne bre so mo protecting ballot box no ballot box so enim sanke protect and polling center on the protect no
yes ya can we are trotro ye bia ye da
enti no say sambe protect e wo coalition center meaning say coalition center no okra no e wono gds dey ni ho papa ama MPP for so be omo dey say omo nso nko protect why should we be then I didn't say dey
no crane say coalition center say yedi kan hanom no ho de nya makese bia ne ho na adwuma ho a ne se de nya yedi kan age atum no obia de ne pink sheet ebeba from the various polling stations ne akeka bom na enso to da bia ekinye timi ba se ekinye ne ba eno na sometimes but very rare occasions though sometimes ne hu be hia se e be verification say yen kan hwe ana say me yen kan hwe but no the intensi because the intensi answer say the aba no say officially say correct obi asan ya and the adwuma na the man ye hu ni say the electoral commissioner no the aba no eno the original the wodi ba bia a copy this wodi the copy ne ba na say na electoral commissioner de no enya de kra still wodi ne be rejected it's answer electoral commissioner de no e say no kra eno nti na say empanifo etem so obi enkohwe coalition center no obi emi nani a na ne nti omo kasa no because said the obi taking 6 hours afi no dey ben said you so ko na so pink sheet bi ho na so ko church foforo o sensan ya said you signature si ye nim party agent ne nim obi a signature obi e signature eda computer so I say cross check ya say ampa sa signature be on the sign na say no no bibia say ni ho nti say electoral commissioner official no returning officer so the ba say the polling officer from the police station one the ba say the minya ni a eno an age atum nti hon na ana enibre wo coalition center ho no say the ba say no kro say nya no kro obi eni obetima hu de ntima coalition center sometimes ehu no say nye boxes na e dey ba na keke no box na keke the box ni nkan fa so bi ani so nenso esan say ntesuo nkwan na ntini no say box no say the pink sheet ni ba ana box no etaka ho because o mo report ba obi had a report no dey aba nti ne krani anan ka me de me hu ni say press conference nka hu hia you press conference I say my fan said last 2 elections and asani me say before last 2 elections say we ni entibi no be a trying say electoral commissioner be bo number but for the past 2 or 3 elections any e say hu sa we I think say Afarijan last you know
no declare
so here o delay it na build tension we ban announcement make I say the first time Jake Obejebelamti 2004 on o announce election mpo ema eno no msempeni fo twi nim kakra nti san nema no etu twai because na yente san we say ni entanti bi obi a twen my electoral commission but after the last election we delay ya enema pink sheet be popular ko we supreme court nti ama efi ho no san sensem we no as party for no taking o mine said ya na attack no say ya fa na world cup kakra bia na we press conference kakra bia na we press conference in fact enema mienu na deba sometimes it's just for omo address a press conference to project their importance and to be seen so yeah moduma but here in any way because so also why you here the process would speak for itself so agent polling centers coalition centers are said you press conference now in no matter because omo ni adajo mo TV obi enu what polling station coalition center or here omo hwe ni omo ofie a mo pese hu ni eko omo na hwe samre any sometimes amanyofo na nkasa so omo so monitor media houses no of course to see say e bia bibia ekoso ye say be representation na eba so TV so ni radio stations no representations are e bia e for mo de so ana say ne nsem omo so ka no say de omo compare notes enti and of course omo so because omo no me no kasa say you know I can say with authority say almost every political party bia enim so lose onim
yeah
the one onim dada na we need to me so abeka and obi asu no wa lose oba abeka but see am no kasa make me the my last coins at to say electoral at least MPP ni NDC there obi a
ni general
obi a say omo agent at every single polling station and so be omo no mo say electoral commissioner there nti omo de there we ya either so best with the phone no scan and now we can picture no send constituency ho na omo so no my omo coalition bibia no mo ko regional no mo ko national nti at national obi ani bibia and very fast because so be we enya bibia count 2 3 boom obi a betima ye dey ya to obi a we secondary school omo secondary school leave anko a dia no ohia computer kwa na be what's I know the about say police station be 50 and me constituency makeka ni na abo minim de manya minim de ndisi vonya in fact parties ni nyani de no yonko nya samre me no ka say yes parties ni ebi mo platform so ID samre say bio
ebi no so dey active
ebi so dey omo go say ya ka say me friend madam ba ko contest constituency bi ya say na dey na ko constituency so shall obi ankasa
please council for the increase be ba CCI na wo mo asama wo mo kanon we say election day press release I'm saying number 3 for immediate release 7 December 2024. The National Peace Council urges political parties to withdraw their supporters from coalition centers to prevent delays to the electoral process. Now, I'm going to say Accra, 7th December 2024. The National Peace Council, NPC, the West African Network for Peace Building, WANEP, and other partners in the election situation room are aware, of course, from the 2 major political parties to their supporters to converge at the election correction centers to protect the ballots, electoral commission officials and security services at the centers. The election situation room is concerned about this regrettable development that could impede the work of the electoral officers or necessarily delay the delivery of election results and heighten tension at the coalition centers. It is essential that political parties exercise restraint by withdrawing their supporters from the coalition centers and allow their accredited agents to observe the coalition processes. The PNC, which is the National Peace Council, calls on political parties to respect the electoral rules and to allow electoral commission personnel to carry out their duties with professionalism and integrity in order to deliver a free, fair and transparent election. Na say eno say the Peace Council for Kenya na say the ekoso no wo mahu e peace council for any eku ba ko e friend no West African Network for Peace Building any other stakeholders ehunu ati say political parties akase mi no ye NDC ni MPP e so mo chita for police centers wo na nko bo ballot no ho eban wo bra yesi ene bambofo e wo ho na no mo kire say saa na moto ya parties how do menu eti enya de a eye how mo pa betumi de how aba de hu ye bebre aba na parties no se be ye na so dwebetumi abenti no wo mo ensanka cha mo crop no nyina fi police centers coalition centers wo se de be ya yes impenifo ane bambofo betumi aye adwuma no na mu ada ho fan se yes ya e be delay say e betumi a declare resource no ententem na aboy is adwuma e fo so tumi aye omadwuma se ne be mu beda ho fan na perepere ye ene kwarede so betumi abamu e wa abato a ye tuyi ene na wie ye ho ensamsam ntino press conference a parties how do me ye eno na press council so de ehun krata ababonti say cia wo mo ekasa ade afaunti amse koma ye die ehun ayi bia na asanya abai nti eno ene nkrata wo mo de aba doc we de ene lawyer yenhwe nsamienu bi na yenhwe wuji di se na me ka bibi about yenhwe peace council for de mo de abai kra is it the right time so mo de ba is it too late some no wo mu no sa na ese kono ana se keso mutumi di bi ka ho in your opinion no doc
toda nanka omo promo so e de assembly be ka se omo promo dodo
okay
toda na omo so omo ni atofo mahu ni a various media houses pick up from the political parties enti omuteti no hwe ne ekona na also omude omunai omude omano tuma na so omude omani adi akire hunia ekwa I think it's in the right direction enti me de say party bi beko ho na party bi nko ho e de asembeba so omunyina beko no omadi omuhu ni dia that's the caveat say omunyina beko no omadi omuhu ni dia ene ye ko gina ho ne akan ne ye nya dia anka nya dia anka e ha adwere but omu ko gina hoyi na we esi wagina we wabumanichie na we pia we ya pese ye nya violence free unfortunately no that's not what the people are doing and people should just be careful nia obewini nia owini no wo ye den owini yankopon ene isin se nya mise obeba nti omunya abotre abande ya to awie o but enkankan omo a ebi abone wo mutri won pese omo sesa bibi o de pese o de bibi o ye ne sade a wan obenya susunsanso a eda hawaji
lawyer say ye hwe say pani wo fie ha say pani wo fie na say ye kana nkarefo na say enkwalawe na nkana so wan kasa ho a ye kana nkarefo wo ka ho bi na say pani ntire fie e masudian so enfo enti peace council for asem de abai wo gye say political parties no beti
Ukraine some media are too late and some de nanke mu hwam nanso are too late na Ukraine say nanka me pa me de me susu say enkomo bi enkati sei no nanka say sha asia kra ansa na enne ayetimi edu isanse medical ka say sa press conference na enya part of political structures in elections na enka ho nansen na eno ba betum entina na me ashase me ka say sha asia na yehu say emwaye no sa mena na National Peace Council na nke so mudu manutum so some no mind me anya nke ye be election sabio ye sha election say asi se ma ha mani anka afini de hit no e sha se be afini nti some na nke ye toto niema no se ni kwan se ye we ni kwan se se ni kwan se niema nke hu hia na nke de tension be bana nke ye se ye so ano no some no na nke ye se sa nkomo we ekoso na se okoye election say ye na mezinsan enkrata say ye ni bone ye nka kasafi enye ya ensolve problem eye na ensolve problem
peace accord no
sa ye nkosan peace accord sabio ana enni be wasa wo hwe ana na ya kwese ase ya manyosem no ya nkasa ni nyintum say ya ye matured ya nyine du empempenso bi a say it mean man niam bi ye adwuma enti because me feel say nka yetimi enye ho kasa pa eboa esen se obefre obi na we afre TV fu ni afre media na ma begina na ya boy ensem na we asan na we asan na we akasa na we akasa I mean I'm say ya nkrasem kakra so na twetwam foni I mean sabio say enyini because ye enyini oman no ye no say tambia no it should be the primary focus enti eni kwan se ye man nsem bi sei beto ye samri yatra sa position ye omusesi ya no yatra nti ni kwa se ye twen ma nyema bi se beto ye na sebio yakofre peace council se pani o de ye di bona nti bra na beto ye fo I say etimi nyini yetimi etra sa stage no in our life at this stage there so the odi kan ahase no se Ghana de nke se ye ka amanyosem any democracy of Africa there na nke ko enim kakra me ka na sub-Sahara Africa enya Africa nyina nti ya shase ja obia nti ya shase ja obia dia ya banka bibimamu dia na nke se ekwa ni je obia so nti se ye ntimi enya the fundamentals no cry here na se nenso bebri wo yenzemu aye se ye hwene etimi tena se ne ka ni pa izan se de edi ka egitum na no press conference na nkasa de nken se hwe nemu men sama e beka no press conference na se no ene se ye hye ye chitafo se omun nyina nko faako sebio omunko faako no omuko ye dan bi enti no omuko so omuko no makohwe bia boni bia anim nemum se oboko ne nyema ne ehwe ne TV so yi na chitafo na se mame panimu a se wa nyanadwuma yo se de ne koba ye enti wono so 6 hours afi no de ne result so ba sebio se nanka wo na ntimpokra free babia the police station walk to the Constituency Collection Center kra menyi ni se kebeti kini 6 hours enti se tore bia yesu mbode na ne yesu mkodu so wo hwe ti wo hwe ana wo hwe akanie wo hwe ana wo hwe haso so di amanyafo no ebi ye no emfa kwem nenso eni kwan se saa so na nka se ba so enti yenhwe ne yenka nie na yemfa nyema nto se ne ese baby ese de to no so amfa anto a efito so because say ye be hwa mo minor boy ye nyina na e bo amaye enya ba akofo se bi etuo nim ni wura etuo enim ni wura eto a se ye obo se ye maami o etimi bo obi a so a se bi obi na etuo bo na wo ye kelalomi se bi o wo bo wa wo ti wiase ya wo se onum wo di fufuo num nkwan na wo se bi onum nsuo ne de wo empira ewu asamado na abakwa ko wi enti ye adwene ane adwene se oman ye enti ne ye de aprepre nyina no oman ye enti ne ye enti si ama sa eno ani anim kan na se yese de ebedie nko a ne de party bi benya na se ne obi a ono wota echi benya enti ne ye ya anhwe a ne ebedie dokno kwada enti yese adwene ne adwene oman ho yi sense oman enti ne nyina etia
kwaku emi se this council for krata o de abai aba si studio say o share press conference this for dey kan ye na sami de fiase mo kan say wo mo agitafo no enko bo ballot no ho ban e wo collation center ho MPP enso be press conference e ma miracle kan say sa sama sami de fi kan no ye etutu asem hwirima e na obo basabasa ye nwom e na oto ono so wie ne de no no so ka hye no crofo so omo so mo ko hobi enti akama say ade na obako di kan ye ya okase tia no wi ahye the same thing no ye wuji di say de ekeka koyi no yesi ne betumi aye bibi imprenya ama sa doubt say bia adwunum na aye ewo ebinum mu no ebetumi afiri wako
yakobra medase na de ekan migidi say de ye bobo hu nyina senka no kredie ni pepepe ye ne nhyehyɛ de to aba wo hode a enka enye problem tinti na me kasa ballot box e de ballot to the way de badio ye nyina enim se abato nhyehyɛ mu no so ofi polling station eco collation center ye nsan kokan ballot papers wo ho ye pink sheet no ade a ma record wo ho no eno na se constituency no mo wo polling centers 100 150 a moko akohwe pink sheet na mo nyina maye na masan no eho na moko akoka ni nyina e de abom ewo ho ti senki nyina edi no kura ma ye ho de a enka ba bia ye dui eno ane se so bi the paper ballot obi ba ahio se bibi nhye etim se san ba be kika papers ho because me lusu amente me wasinti ensa nko bi adaka so ne nkan dia nka we nya asem a ye ko ho ebiem ya to aba na ebi kan se na Ghana yenyi ye nya independence 1957 si yati ye ho asne ye nneoma yi a nka ya ba ye nimpa because wo ko 70 years enipa nka abrabo no kwa na wo ko anim eno ye 1 2 se amani bi aye wo manyo obi aye wo hweso na mo ano mo tena ase te wo ho ase ye nhyehyɛ ne de nka wo na wo ko fa wo de ne se wo sua wo ma kini kwan se wo brese because your countries are my reforms no madia when you be ankwa nkusua ne se me America me kwa kusua o man we ansa na me de me de o man no munya nte ase e de o ma de ye de no yakwa kofa nyina parliamentary system yafa presidential system yafa ene yakani nyina bom eye peseminkuminya ne anibre because system ki betumi afa system ba ko se e bia presidential system na yafa na yahwene ye ana se bia yen ye di ti se no bi mutu idea se enka ye ye bia nka ye himfo na se yina nka bia council of state no ya mo aye mpanifo mo ho permanently obi fiwa na e do bia ba be hye ye betumi so e design ye de ye design ye de ene yakwa akofo obi di aye akofa na waye dada no so akofa no so ye ntie ho ase ne because eja enka memi gidi se si ye di no kura ma ye ho a nka be se the America photo na wo kan coalition center ho na pink sheet no bi atro wie na eko yisi nti anya fe na ye ko uradan fufurum ye ko tamadaka se afi ne ye di adaka kwa akosha ha ne yakobie so akokan ne fufuro no bi akotintim bebi fufuro de ba enya asema odwen ho a wote ase yeye sebi yanima mesremeka se Ghana ha ye nyina ni kire se obia betumi akọ school akosua de akọ nanim enti bebia yesusudua wono no sebe ye bibia ye komra hye bedwam ne ade ye wosusudua de ye na mo amokọ akọhye mrama ye nhyehyɛ aman a ye frem wono abo no de mo ye nie
enti ye hwɛ ye bra doctor Kasemi na twe madwene de si bibi so se ade no aha na ye hyehyɛ no ye se bibi ye hyehyɛ aboa no ehwa na egya no nti aha na ye to aba no ya kan wa heavy
ina me ehwa na me wo
enti ewie ye no bebi esi ade ko no se yakoto body ya wasante asema gogo ena body ya to ni nyina na ye lodu atiku kagoma enye nkran na esi ade ba ne beton dan so no ye di free ha ye sa ne sa de body ya to gu kagoma yin e de gu kian kitikiti mu esa e de ko ufi agogwa na akwai
awu se wu sani aba konongo
wo da be gu konongo na wakenkan wasan kenkan kia mo biedi no wi a wo de gu kagomu asa de abankan ansara nkranfo abi
no mum de no kreni ahyase no na ejidi a eni ho no e ka wona ma
e ba sa
de wo kan he ma no ba sa isan se kanen ya hyase no nanka yeni bibia se okay anyway ya hyase na no right from day one na your collection centers there nenso it was as though collection centers no kra no still did not have no money to me bia so we declare bia omo de enso omo ye bia still say by electoral commissioner ho na e won kan na we be declare officially nti kaneno so onya free collection center kra still near friend provisional still near provisional so kra de was jema say regional na kra be na de but na de make akusi ni say nti nka ehun hia kra say nka bia nka ye free polling station level no get be constituency level and sana regional and sana nka national nka ye betima bibi said ye na nka yem sejema minim so na suggest you say doctor na suggest you nka betima wo a central pool we ya so best kania na de akoto no obi we ya nti no de 5 minutes uni bibia say 8 hours na 7 hours e twen bi we ya no wasani akọ soft copy no to collation to central collection center na hard copy no ya jeje ni nyina na nke de aba just to confirm cross check me gidi se bip system no etisa minim se eden a ebeka se o bi betima hack system na ni ade but no so ntina hard copy no so be san costal is a hard copy no kwa na nke bia nke akọ compare se hard copy soft copy se yes ni ba ni hard copy aba Inti say by there confirm na say ka say ania Kenya results instantly within 30 minutes.
Doc, once say the ACCC ano utie mu na hwe de kwa say enye presidential na omuko hu biem no. Because both parties who say
presidential de ekọ
presidential ne de omu ye hu ba bi omu ye hu na mum parliamentary no na say obi ade nani asi so eno so na nke ni kwan say ye problem
da so no crowd o kan ya na kwa this kwa say to be declare
war constituency wa say no mum so na aye problem
ye nti na ye de be call Isaac ye amwate ho e wo wejagba we ye Isaac de bia na be ya sempa Isaac majo ana machi
mejo so eja
obi a mefredi bia o se eja na hoye wa hoye ho na asomdwe na ho na say the same kaki the coat
eja obi be say asomdwe de ase o de bro kuma nka meka se peace de FM station na o be piem e wo wejagbawe collation center ha say ya ayi piso e wa ha say titi ame no ka say NDC parliamentary candidate Felix Odatilamte CCA ya Abraham Frey ya na obedu ha NDC chikafo e wa ha no bo se bojefo se omo edi nkunim even though afi na ye ba be coalition na ye hu ya obedi nkunim na earlier no ye wa ha ni hu se ka abesi ha eye ballot boxes media afi na omo de eba na omo de ba no de di akire mi ti ben omo ami bi so omo na omo se emra omo bedu ha no na eye MPP agent ni di ka se omo yi pin sheet no efi na NDC for no se nya de omo tumi na edenti na omo yi pin sheet no emfa free box ni mo ebra omo ba bedu collation center omo person omo kwata sound omo ana ase den me no ka se best estima be dia sani no omo da fu na ho a omo ka sa asem na obi ante ni ho ase ehu se afi na eye ada centers nso omo nyema eba ejitabia me no ka se kwa akobo donko nenso afi na cars ni di ba na eba eye ballot boxes ni di efi center so far eba na ebi mu raise concerns omo ntimi hu se ni nyina ye no kuremu legit afi na ya kan baby di ewie e di akire omo beto aba no ene de ba collation center ana se nipa bi akwa hyehyɛ baby na wakwa akoye ni bibi na ode eba obehwa bambofo aba ha yie pa asrafo wom aposifo wom firefo wom enya senketo akora na nipa ewo collation center ha by this time aye kasa eno eja ano di yie pa na ade a enkanka ni NDC for normal reactor se enya ade ombeda nne ada wochna isan se omunim se omwadi nkunim na ade bia ebesi sa nkunim die no kwano nya ade ombetme na se isi no ye collation wi na omobobo na enye omo na edi nkunim a enya ade ombedia tum sa keke omo behwe se ye behwehwem endi sa bi de eye Felix Odatilamte ono no di NDC for na emnu budu ha no aha aye menya NDC for no ebu se omwadi nkunim
abato no ye kenka ni nyina wie baby a wagya gbawe no constituency no so sesanti afe na papers ni bi ballot papers bi bai
aha no emse awia no yedinka bo amane se baby bebiri wo ho a ye de eye proceedings na say elections no ye hold it for some time esan say police station a wo be ko bia no wo be ko na asem ho asem e wo ho no running through the whole constituency that is wo be ko no ye the police center bi omo pink sheet na aba another police center almost every police center because within the constituency bia no omo was a challenge nti baby bebiri wo ho a ade a voting you hold it on bigidi say eno ka ho nti na ma baby bebiri wo ho a omo ntimi antu nti center omo nipa edo so no ebebo no onum no na ebi mu da so di chiu wa se omo kwan na omo to center ba ko a me call ye ansa na omo kan me call na che presiding officer I say wo hwe center B no wamba nti bia bia odi center A for n'anim no na wo wie wo frɛ agent fo nyina ene bambofo e wo de to o anim sɛ esan sɛ ne nyonko no ambanti no e wo sɛ ogina na nem na ofele eno no omo wie bibia na sɛ no ndupra abo ha ansa me yetimi de nyema na ba collation center ha sei ewia no mu baby fo from me call yan so na sɛ verification officer ene ballot paper issuer nia obe or the best ballot paper and the amount for no almost one ma je ko ba sa no the other center no mu ji nipa ni bi o nti efi anopa na ba nwumre no asa wija gbawe abato no nsensem kakra ewom nyame adom ntokwa de ensi na emom no se amanfo betime anya akonya no ato aba na omo kuma ato omo yem no eye pink sheet onsem no ama abato no entimi anko smooth te na omo hwehwe no
Sempepi wo de ballot papers ne kwa se party agency no escort we di akiri ana se yisi crofo no kwa na de ko
but party agent no edi akiri na omo ba ye no omo di akiri enu nti na ema eye anopa no na ebinum entia se party ni di agent ni di eka so omo susu se nipa bi e de omo sa akeka ballot box ne san se eye agent ni nyina ene eka isi no ho ena omo ne enyema no ko hwehwe ballot boxes ni mu ene ni omo be nyina e park yan so mo ba de na yebedu ya center way die eda center way na center way die eda center way na ebu ho nso ye beka se ya soma obi se won kofa na don hwere be mi nu miensa o maaye enti se ni awoka no agent ni nyina di akire na emom no menti no ho ato no omo di firi be ya to aba no e na omo da ba bedu collation center ha se ya omo akasa ho anya ade antiase eye adwuma ne anase eye adwuma tena
what can be say NDC for ho no MPP for can say wo munye patient bi na wo musesa na wo munye ho no chekere mu ye kakra
enti eja ebra omo kasa me bopi onipa no ba kwa o kasa no mi bisa na tese ono so ye NDC ni na MPP NDC for no agent no ofi ho ankasa no omo so medu ha no na o medu ye enti so mo be bibia so a adi say agent oni nyina aba unfortunately no MPP for no na akwese omo request say ye ballot box so na ye pink sheet ni no as a pressure e da omo so wotwe ben omo a omo ntimi no won kasa enti nipa amene ne kasa ne no ye NDC ni na omo so omo ntia say all kasa ye pink sheet no enfan free eniama ni mu ye na yemfa nya den ye na yemfa nkohe ade ntina ye ade a yakan ya fele obi a ye satisfied obi twa picture wetwa na ye ya tete eniama no na directive yi di mo omo say kwan say na ye tu bi a mo fa so ya fa ni nyina so na obeka so ye na say inchirimu asu kwa ya ye no emma ye eno na ama NDC for no so mo nti omo kwase nti kopem say agent na wogina mu omo wo ho no eda be primu ha sei no se bibi ne na wo so mo bi so a enya de omo bepene ama omo bi so da enti sa bia no ka sei omo da so gina ho a omo kasa asa no bambofo abemu na so nya bia enti ase eye adwuma eja
ba dwene mu ya se wo mu bie so ade aye den wo mu bie so aye pink sheet no aye omo adwuma aye party sa mienu ni nyina adwuma ana se yi se na adwuma
isi na adwuma se aka obi sa pieces na that is omedru collation center no inside baby ayese ye de enyema no na we de compound no so e na omo kire se yeyi sa pieces na no ntina man tiase enye adwuma sa bia me no ka se me hu se atrafo no ene fire officer wa ha no APP ebirum ko eche so omo makwan na MPP ni na odi ne nkofo enim no ene isi for na omo ye adwuma wo sa police center no omo airport omo no omo de omo akọ collation room ho na omo etimi de niam no akọ
na sabe NDC agent no aba
by the time eja wo frɛ me die na o medu ye nti sɛ ebia afei na so wetimi abedu adi sɛ mi wi ana metimi kɔ finance papetu about me hu sɛ even though akoma ento ye mu no bambofo no hwɛ sɛ omo betimi ama anaba fom to ma twen MPP for no de afi NDC for no me hu sɛ ballot boxes no ne ade no de yaja esi hɔ a enipa bi ɛwɔ ho ɛne ade omo fa de akotiti a omo ne omo kasa sɛ de be ya ntiase ebe ya adwumanti yegutu ha ye hwɛ sɛ de be ku bia no ye de be dan ahwɛfo ne etifo nyina
ballot box no efi polling center ben nwatwe omo de paper bi abo sɛ fi polling center A and B
center A ni B ni nyina de a omo di free Goshem na mibisa no omo kan ye se Goshem ko polling station e na omo di fi eba e no so e wo wejagbawe ha te ya
okay Isaac can di achirema me why di achirema ye na bibia bisi bia no ama ya te wonka why
Martin Medateja.
The share that's papa as a Martin yet tenenka a free wage agba we nature say ballot papers Korea who some Korea na abi do
so the process I FM no me blame NDC MPP because Obia Ba from 92 year assembly 91 year constitution the Casa start here and constitution in some woman but NDC BD 8 years from 92 to 2000 by MPP BD so yeah what changes be our constitution one or two kakranka
say constitutional review commission be my brother Mills
yeah President Mahama Baye or Mama to also President Akufo-Addo Baye or Mama to also or new marketing kitchen be or eyi or how ninchi one sa na marketing kitchen e free because your man ya to aba say na lawyer ka say gidie ni nkeka oni ade no say in consider ben ne say nye pesem nkumunya de a yentumi ntransi nya system ba ko a ebeboa yen say presidential na ewo ayi nankpanduri ewo hamile nti eho wa parliamentary no so a tokromo constituency work akra na wo quality e de ababenya de wawini a mo sansan pin sheet ni ade ni wi a enka mawie no den ene yesan ko prese se yetie ho ase de nukure die ya ade a yesan ya adwene se ye de papers e ko collation center akwa kan wo nti obi the fake one ne nkeka ho de aba befrema de aba eja clearly e chese kwan ye faso ye nioma no obi a pese obi a mpe nkuguo ena aman no so atumi akọ omanim no enye ni nyina na koma ye omde ba nhihye no munyina omatena se edi bu oman no omaye no omote ase sankoyi amana ankoyi amano omuye nipa o show ba ku mienu bi na ankoyi amana obegem de ye ka America nipa do wato aba omate omo ase the other country South Africa mne ade omoto aba na no program so ha ena dankwa insuma mi betna so ko South Africa omoto aba omokra eso omo ha adwen no be ko na abato no box ni si wona nipa akra bi na wo obi aba no beto nde no ko ewie be kan do be wini wa wini na yen muma ye kakra no de bia kweka ya to aba na ye boy ho aba se aye peaceful tumfomo mampani dada mampani abede yakwa akototo no fefefe yakan ye ni se pink sheet ene ye kan wi a edi ho ti se ke ye kan okra ma ye ho a na pink sheet na ye kan wi edi ho no eno mum ye yitu nje na fi ballot box na papers na ya kan wi na edi hine the pink sheet na ye nyina ya ti ye ho na ye twetwere so no mfaso ni so ne ye pink sheet na mu nyina mo te mo ho ase nipa yi na wo bia ne rep te ne ho ase twetwere so no se hu ni mfaso de a ai na mo ye collation center ho
lawyer what tie nsema ko ba nyina e ka me se de ka gbojagba wodi say wutie de Isaac de baya wo ma bedu ho awie one party which is NPP aka kire NDC for ne say wo mo and mbe ballot paper back no so no munyi pin sheet bi
the easy officials no more catch them
there be o mo ka kire NDC for say and NDC for say wo mo agent ni ho pa de nya de wo be so da ama otumi aye we baby edro no aye party for adwuma aye easy for adwuma na eso mo ye why should and we so sambe create unnecessary tension
no kreni party for no omuni dwumadi bia wo nhyehyɛ electoral commission dey ato akwan for election the electoral declaration omuni dwumadi bia titiri bia wo omudi ana se omobehwe se esisi bia enkoso odia wodma wo ma no uni tumi se obeka se yenye ade no sei ana se yemfanto ha uni tumi bia wo sa asem nti wodia ne se bio se wodia na nke se ma mienu ene ma miensa aso wi ni papa beka se da bi na nke mienu ne se mo de ma me na ma ne miensa nti munyi ba ko aka mfrim ana se bio se oyanko so na nke se ma ne enum ene ye koma ni nsia no atwe electoral commission aduna ba so eja we dey na nke enum nso ye nsia na nke electoral commission ahwe na nkwaye utumi awa no ninya wi a se de make nsia wi a utumi last one no litumi titira nti wo ho no eni se obeji atum no assign se ampa abato no ayeto empeso aso ha de bibia ko fenchem ko se ne ese ekono we wadwuma na se wo na wo beka so bi mie bibi so ana so bi nkata bibi so ana se obi nkofa bibi mrade eno ni ho kwan sa nti se chinye bi ba na se ha no de ya kwa se nye electoral commission na de chinye neba na ya manyofo no mum na se jema se de edi kan aka na ya no mani ba bia abato na akwa akoduru nti duru ba bia se wo de adwene ne uka so de adwene ye adwuma wa hwe na nkunimdie nkuguo na nkunimdie no na akosi fapem eti de be ya nse ne confusion asa de baba de ya ne se wo de aba se be ya anini enya mokra se be gugu na be gugu de nke kokona bibisa na mse ne se yakobam na enso nyamencha de de na ye adwuma krum a na mpanifo so hono nti media meka ne se electoral commissioner or regional executives regional heads ne are the main so more constituency sorry friends district heads yeah more nti minim abatwa yetu tumi e de ahye sa mpanifo sa ne nsa isan se nam kame ni se chinyen kiti e koso titru ne omumu de ba 11 pm ne 12 am ne se bi 10 pm no nan kame hu ni se sa mpanifo district exec mpanifo no ne regional se nkomo ho anko metmetu mu na asi mama sa niema no ya so ano kwan inimanim ya isan se menim and how ibetima kire mi se bi aba ya to awie be 6 pm ain't taking more than an hour so betimi dia kan wi now within the same constituency yes intra constituency I'm sorry inter constituency we can intra constituency asebio nka betimi de every constituency empezwa ba akoso na nka de aba the collation center we shouldn't take you in fact the biggest constituency it will still not take you an hour so to be do be so do enti say madwin no say 1 hour 2 hours na se ni panem emedru ya ese etimi tu nipa kra me ekohwe nipa no muntimi maaye said you say bibia ye adwuma nka wo na wo coordinate na say bia nka collation center on de nko ye figure head wo honom no so de senya district head no pa wo na nka to no ese otimi e boss 7 na ese otimi fe obia na modru hin na mawie ya na time na mbedru ha ka be na mode ba police be na edimachi he fa na mo it is about 8 na se nipa ne maya because you have friends timeous communication between wo ne company for sa no se nipa ne medu ya utimi etu ho na mo se nipa esmesi ye friend no ngotwe ne wo so wawie abo no nkronya medu na de ntira no wa fra bisa na wodru he de ntira medu ha na se ntire ne se bibi ntia na ke etu company for se emra ne mefa omra ne ekoso bia no se bibi sa ni ho a na se